All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Valhalla Sports Talk is on the air with Fantasy Football Red Zone. New show here on Valhalla Sports Talk. It'll be a show that goes on whenever the NFL has primetime games. I'll try to do one of these Fantasy Football Red Zone streams where we talk about fantasy football, talk about our teams, root on our fantasy football studs to victory. We already got some Fantasy Football Berzerkers up in here. Let's send a shout out to Naeem R. He said he's ready for the game. Joseph Williams, best YouTuber in the world. My guy, the legend, the great Thor. Thank you so much. Thor out currently at the Circle K getting me a soda pop for tonight's stream. Honey KT, don't like either team. It's all about the players in this fantasy football game, all about the scores. Julian Cruz says, what's up? What's up, Julian? Blue Wrench, Julian Cruz up in here. He checks in and says, I hope the Panthers win this one. That's who else we got. Don't Care Bear checks in and says, cheeseburger and go Panthers. I mean Falcons. I guess he don't know who he's rooting for. Dr. Craven Moorhead, what is the deal with the airline peanuts? They're delicious, and they only give you a few of them. I don't know what their problem is. They probably cost like 25 cents. Water King Anonymous checks in and says, bruh, this beat is lit. I love it, man. I love it. I think of those first responders video I made up. Let me send that again out there to you. Little video going up on your screen to the first responders, shift workers, the folks that cannot watch this game at home tonight. That's why we do this, so that they can listen to it while they are at work. Corrections officers, dispatch officers, firefighters, doctors, all them folks, thank you so much for what you do. We do this for you, ladies and gentlemen. Do this for you. Keep track of your teams. So the time currently here locally is 4:56 p.m. 4:56 p.m. here locally. This game is set to go off at 5:20 p.m. locally. So just a few minutes before kickoff in this one, ladies and gentlemen. So let's take a quick look at the matchup tonight. There you go. People doing homework are welcome as well, Water King. People doing homework as well. All right. Atlanta Falcons versus Carolina Panthers. They're both in the same division, both in the NFC South, fighting for playoff position, but both these teams are in trouble. The Atlanta Falcons 1-6 on the season, 1-2 away from home, travel to the Carolina Panthers, who are 3-4 on the season and 1-2 at home. Like I said, this game is shown on Fox on your TV dial at 5:20 p.m. my time, or 5:20 p.m. on Pacific Coast time, or 5:20, 5 to 6, 6, 7, 8 p.m. on the East Coast, ladies and gentlemen. 8:20 p.m. on the East Coast. Let's take a look real quick at the season leaders for both these teams. Passing yards for the Atlanta Falcons. Matt Ryan leads them 190 for 286 with 2,181 yards, 12 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. Teddy Bridgewater, those former Vikings on this squad, 169 for 234, 1930 on the yardage, and 8 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. Rushing yards on these two teams. The rushing leaders for these two teams, Todd Gurley, 122 carries, 485 yards, and 7 touchdowns. The leader for the Panthers, with McCaffrey being injured the last few weeks, is Mike Davis, 71 carries, 284 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Yours truly, Mad Viking, has Mike Davis going tonight in one of his leagues. Receiving yards, Atlanta, Calvin Ridley, 40 receptions, 615 yards, and 6 TDs. The leader for the Panthers is Robbie Anderson, 48 receptions, 540 yards, and 1 touchdown. That's the team leaders. Madison will be doing the Vikings on Sunday. Doing the Vikings game on Sunday. A little different format for the Vikings games, obviously. Injury report for tonight's game. The Atlanta Falcons, John Wenzel, the guard, is out. Jordan Miller, the cornerback, is out. Marlon Davidson is out. Tankaris McKinley, the defensive end, is out. And Ito Smith, the running back, is out. For the Panthers, Sean Chandler, the safety, out. Will Grier, the quarterback, out. Mike Horton, the guard, out. Russell Chung, out. And Zach Kerr, the defensive tackle, out. Speedy, Eddie McCaffrey, their running back. They thought he might come back today, but it sounds like he's not coming back until next week. Not coming back until next week. All right, a quick look at the team stats for these two teams. Points per game, Falcons are running at 26.3 points per game. The Panthers at 23.1 points per game. 14 Berzerkers up in here. Points allowed per game by these two clubs, 29.6 by the Falcons, 24.0 by these Panthers. Total yards, 417 Falcons, 381 for the Panthers. Yards passing, 311.6 for the Falcons, 275.7 for these Panthers. Yards rushing, 105.4 for the Falcons, 105.4 for the Panthers. A tie. Yards allowed in their ball games, Falcons 436.9, the Panthers 356.9. Pass yards allowed, 344.4 on the Falcons and 232.9 on these Panthers. So the Falcons can be thrown on. Rush yards allowed, the Falcons allow 92.4 while the Panthers allow 124.0. Alrighty, sounds like the dogs are getting back from the store, so excuse it if there's some barking. Quick look at the 2020 NFC South standings. Tampa Bay and New Orleans lead the way. Carolina sitting there at 3-4 in fourth place, and Atlanta at 1-6 in fourth. Carolina's in third. This game will be played today at Bank of America Stadium. Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. It says it's 77 degrees there. Stadium has a capacity of 73,778. I think they're going to have less than that, obviously, because of what's going on. 13 Berzerkers up in here. The matchup predictor tonight, according to ESPN's Football Power Index, has the Falcons with a 44% chance to win this ball game. Carolina's chance to win is 55.7%. There's a 0.04 chance that this game ends in a tie. The pick center, for those of you that like to put a little cabbage, a little Skrilla, a little bacon on the game, like to bet, talk to your bookie, get on FanDuel, one of them sites. +1 is the spread for the Falcons, -1 for the Panthers, so Panthers favored by 1. The current money line, +100 for the Falcons, -120 for the Panthers. Any over-under in tonight's game is 52. Rogue Dog, it's me, says, wow, the crappiest two teams in the NFL. Yeah, that's true. Sometimes it makes for a good game, though. So that's our pregame matchup information there, folks. That's the full pregame matchup. Let me see in the chat for those of you that are in here. We've only got 14 up in here, but 14 of you, who do you pick to win this game tonight? Hashtag Falcons, hashtag Panthers, and tell me the score. I think the Falcons are going to win this in a blowout. 24-12. 24-12 is my prediction, Falcons. Time locally, 5:03, so we're looking at about 15 minutes prior to game time, ladies and gentlemen. 15 minutes prior to game time. Rogue Dog, it's me, predicts tie, 0-0 is his score. I got two players going tonight, Rogue. I've got Mike Davis, the running back for the Panthers, and in a really deep league, I've got the running back for the Falcons. I forgot his name. That's how deep this league is. Brian Hill. I've got Brian Hill going for the Falcons. All right, so time locally, 5:04 p.m. About to get this thing going, and Valhalla Sports Talk is here for all the action. All right, another prediction in the chat there. Naeem predicts Falcons 30-14, thinking kind of like I am, that they're going to get it going tonight. Thinking that they are going to get it going tonight. Rogue Dog says, I'm just mad that both teams call us the Poodats, Valhalla. You're a Saints fan too, Rogue Dog? Well, there it is. There's the logo. He says, do you think the Jets will end 0-16 at the end of the NFL season? No, I think they'll get a win before the end of it. I think they will manage to grab a little W before the end of the season. Alrighty, my executive assistant just brought me some gummy bears for a little snack after dinner. Some little gummy bears, some Hasbro Star Mix. Circle K, yummy yummy for my tummy. Adam checks in, says Jets 1-15. He's going to predict they're going to go 1-15. Take a quick look at the Fox broadcast there. Make sure it's still working properly so I can get you the game audio once this thing kicks off. All this is an active practice run always. Okay, I'm gonna let this audio play when I get to like some commentary, and you guys tell me if you're hearing it okay? King Leopold says Cowboys going 6-10. And Naeem says, I think the Jets may beat the Chargers or Browns. A lot of buffering on my place where I'm supposed to get this game audio from, so I'm a little worried, I'm not going to lie. $15 Berzerkers up in here. Valhalla Sports Talk's Fantasy Football Red Zone. A new little feature here on the channel. All the primetime games for the fantasy footballer. He says, I say the Chargers, Browns score a lot and the Jets don't. Well, that's true. That's true. All right, folks, listen for this audio and tell me if you hear it.
Community work there and the people that he employs, more than 2,000 people in the city of Charlotte.
Tell me if you're hearing that okay.
All right, much more to come, including...
Tell me if you heard that audio up in there, Berserkers. Tell me if you heard it okay. Adam Check says the Eagles are going to go 6-9-1 and win the division. That's probably a pretty good prediction. Naeem says the Browns are very inconsistent. It's true. Okay, you guys heard it? Right on. We're cooking with gas. We are cooking with gas, ladies and gentlemen. So once the game kicks off, we'll pull these covers off the top portion there and the center portion. There will be a scoreboard on the top for you to keep track of. And there will also be a little field that tells you what's going on in the current play. Now remember, I am a little bit behind on the national broadcast. Like I said, this thing is mostly done for folks that are at work that can't be watching the TV or don't have a TV. So we are a little bit behind, but just let it go. No spoilers in the chat, please. Por favor. Gracias de nada, tú. Taco BS checks in, says Falcons better win. SKOL, we need Trevor. Current time, 5:09. This thing they're saying now is scheduled to go 5:20. So we're about 11 minutes from the kickoff in the game. 17 Berzerkers up in here. And I just realized the one thing I did not make for these streams is a Thor call to arms. Oh my goodness, I forgot that. I can't believe it. Make that for the next one. It'll be there for Sunday Night Football. Taco says the Dodgers, we the champs, baby. Game 4 was funny. Masters Zenga checks in and says, damn, as a Broncos fan, we need to beat the Chargers. Plug in Lock. In Lock we trust. A lot of Broncos fans like Lock. Taco BS says, get the Viking thing. Now we're just going to leave it. I'll put it on the next one. I can't believe I forgot that, though. I've got everything else loaded up. I got everything else loaded up. I forgot to do a Thor's Army thing. Steve, online math tutor, checks in and says, how are you? I'm doing good, my man. I'm doing good. Looking forward to this game. Should be exciting. Sometimes these games where it's two real bad teams are the best ones for the year as far as competitive. Naeem says the Braves going to come back in 2021. No, they are not. Dodgers about to go back-to-back. I did see today that a number of Dodgers went in free agency now. So I think it was Turner, Jock Pop. The third one. There were 3 big Dodgers that are now free agents as of today. I don't know, Taco. We're gonna have to figure all that out, my man. We haven't figured out what the funnies are gonna be for these streams yet. No big stick for football, but it'll come along. It's always it always comes along as you have these streams and you get to know the Berserkers, find out what makes them tick. Adam says, I also hope the Vikings show up against the Packers. Me too, my man. Me too. Valhalla Sports Talk will be doing that game, Vikings-Packers, this weekend. That will be, of course, my own play-by-play, not the stuff off the TV. Devon says, what's your pick for the game tonight, Jeff? Devon, I already predicted it's going to be 24-12. Falcons. 24-12. Falcons big. Luke Demesteam says also Valhalla. Trevor Bauer is heavily rumored to go to the Dodgers. I've heard that. Yeah, Kiki Hernandez Linda. That's correct. That was the third big name. Hernandez, Jock Pop, and Turner. So Dodgers got some decisions to make. Them Dodgers got some decisions to make. Taco, you keep talking about the tank for the Vikings. I am a firm non-believer in the tank. I hate the even mention of it. I want them to win every game they can win. Devon says, I'm surprised you're still giving Minnesota the time of day. Hopefully they'll turn it around. I'm going to show every one of their games that don't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me. There'll be a stream for every Vikings game this year. Mr. Zinga says, Falcons choke again. Stay tuned. Adam's concerned that Trevor Bauer might go to the Yankees. I think the big thing to remember with the Dodgers is we got Price coming back next year likely. Brother BKL looks like he's a Yankee fan. Bella Magdaleno checks up in here, says, hey Jeff and family. Hello Bella, welcome back to Valhalla Sports Talk. Yep, Trennan, McGee, Pedro Baez, Alex Wood. Correct, Ahi. Good catch. Thanks for looking that up. Taco says, yeah, but we need a franchise quarterback. Yeah, but we're not going to get it that way. We're not going to tank. I still think the Vikings will make the playoffs. It's a very weak bottom part of the NFC. King Leopold checks in. Says, you think we'll be trading Jock? He's a free agent is what I saw. Luke says, Valhalla, I don't know. Falcons 24-12. Matt Ryan hasn't been good. I don't know. Look at his stats. Luke. Look at Matt Ryan's stats. I think they're going to blow this team out tonight. Taco BS says he's going to get him a Urias jersey. Devin says, as an Eagles fan, I'm insanely jealous with how good Jefferson has been. He has been an absolute stud. I can't wait to see him every week. Bella says, what's up? Still on a high from the Dodgers winning the World Series. Still can't believe it. Unbelievably spoiled here on Valhalla Sports Talk. Our Lakers and our Dodgers both win championships within 17 days of one another. Naeem says Matt Ryan is number one for passing. A lot of garbage time there, I'm sure, but still, this team is set. They've got playmakers at all three positions. Just need that defense to come through. So the Berzerkers in here that were Dodger fans, what did you think about Thor's visit to the camera at the end of the game? What did you think of Thor's visit? Adam says he hopes that Jefferson keeps working hard and gets Rookie of the Year. Me too, my man. Me too. Taco says the Falcons need a new quarterback soon. That's true. Brother BKL, I don't know what's going on with the Giants, but I don't know what's going on with the New York Giants, but they stink. I need to watch college football like a hurricane. Bella said she liked Thor's visit on the Dodgers stream. Said he looked like he was up to no good. He was actually sleeping when I scooped him up. He was actually sleeping on the couch. Taco still hyping up a franchise quarterback for the Vikes. None of it's guaranteed, man. Nothing is guaranteed with these quarterbacks. Look how hyped they were about Darnold. $17 Berzerkers up in here as we are about 3 minutes away from game time, ladies and gentlemen. The picks by the broadcasters on my screen here. It looks like Strahan went with the Falcons. Terry Bradshaw went with the Panthers. And Tony Gonzalez went with the Panthers as well. Obviously a former Panther. King Yellowman checks up in here. King Yellowman says Valhalla is the only one who can read what Taco BS types. Mad props. It's hard with Taco. He's a typing fool. Luke says facts though. All right, here we go. Let's get to this.
At Domino's, we're delivery experts.
Then they went right to a commercial on me. Sons of bitches. Jason Manzari checks in, says hi. Hello. Devon says, who would be the best AFC team as of now? Chiefs or Ravens? You got to give it to the Chiefs right now, but you can't crown anybody. You can't crown anybody right now. This stuff changes week to week. Brother BKL says, how do you feel about the Dodgers winning the World Championship? I was hyped. I still am hyped. It's way cool. I can't wait to get some Dodgers swag up in here. Go Caps says, we can't see you. I won't be on camera tonight, Go Caps. These are non-camera streams. There'll be a live scoreboard, a little field that shows what's going on. Rogue Dog, it's me, says, who's going to win Valhalla? I predicted 24-12 Atlanta. I predicted 24-12 Atlanta. 18 Berzerkers up in here. Guys, tell me who you got going in fantasy football. Tell me who you got rolling in fantasy football tonight in the chat. Who is your squad? Got any players going in tonight's game? Gerardo Ariano checks in and says, Valhalla, my man, we did it. Dodgers World Championship. Yes, we did, my man. Yes, we did. Go Cap says go Panthers. Luke says, Valhalla, I looked at the stats and he's been okay, but he's thrown 3 picks in 7 games. I don't know what's stopping them. Another one tonight. Yeah, we'll see. We're about to find out, aren't we? This thing's about to go live. Tell me how far I am behind your TV if you're watching on your TV at home. Adam says he doesn't do a fantasy team. Peyton's got more going this evening. And he says, I have Robbie Anderson for the Panthers. All right, this thing's about to get going. Here we go.
Welcome to Thursday Night Football, presented by Bud Light Platinum. And welcome to this matchup in the NFC South. Tonight, it's the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Carolina Panthers as they wrap up their season series. And now welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Joe Buck.
Let's refresh the screen.
Let's talk about this Atlanta team. It's been a rough start. They've had 3 just soul-crushing defeats.
Still not quite ready for us.
This season, they're on their second coach. But when you look at their offense, they've got a lot of weapons, and that will make the Carolina Panthers defense really take notice.
Well, there's no doubt, and it's the offense that's kept them in these ball games. The defense has really struggled, but when you have Matt Ryan and Julio Jones is back, he did not play when these two teams met a couple weeks ago, and then along with
Caps says
Calvin
Packers,
Ridley,
Browns, Washington will win. We've already got buffering on the broadcast. That's not good. Good.
What Matt Rule has done. Now, they spent all of their draft picks on the defensive side of the ball, and they've had to rely on some of those guys, and they look like they're going to be pretty good players.
Altham says, will Mike Davis score a touchdown today? I hope so. I got him going. I got him going tonight.
And, they're not totally
Gerardo
out of this.
predicts
I mean,
he's got the Falcons tonight.
This is a really important ball game for the Carolina Panthers, coming off a crushing defeat on Sunday. But
Devin hearing some rumors of Ertz getting traded to the Packers.
Down to the field. Here's Aaron Andrews.
And the Panthers have been able to stay afloat, Joe, without their star running back Christian McCaffrey.
Taco said, dang, I got roasted.
In week 2, head coach Matt Rule thought they would get him back tonight, but he said on the short week, McCaffrey needed that 1 or 2 days to get ready to go. But Teddy Bridgewater, he's really relied on
Still no scoreboard up on ESPN, so I'll bring that up as soon as it comes up, folks. I'll bring it up as soon as it comes up.
League in receiving yards. Bridgewater saying, I'm so thankful for what these two have been able to do.
Adam says Joe Buck keeping in the grind. He does grind, doesn't he? He does grind.
Under a new coaching staff, and hey, you know,
yeah, I'll be on camera for the Viking game. I do the cam for the Viking game. I also do my own play-by-play for the Viking game.
Well, yeah, hey, Aaron, no shortage of big-time wide receiver talent in this game. How about Calvin Ridley? He's been one of the most productive receivers.
How's the audio, folks? How does the audio sound? It's not buffering. Thor's chilling. He just had dinner. So this audio might be a problem on Fox. I usually pull it from my DirecTV account, but
His quarterback, Matt Ryan, told us he is a legitimate #1 receiver in this league. He proves that week in, week out. He's so great at separating from defenders. He's explosive. He said he's a legit #1. He just happens to be playing across from one of the best receivers of all time. Joe?
All right, Christina.
All right, so real close to kickoff here, ladies and gentlemen. Real close to kickoff. About to bring down the covers here in a minute. There's one more ad playing.
Spanish language broadcast available tonight on Fox Deportes. 5,200 or so in this 75,000 seat stadium, and we are glad you're with us in this matchup in the NFC South. Sly will kick it away with Powell waiting deep, and Brandon Powell will stay away out to the
all right, so I just got to adjust the little field just a little bit, and we'll get this whole thing going, ladies and gentlemen.
So here is Matt Ryan,
chats are rolling. 17 Berserkers up in here, up in here.
His completion percentage, and you see the touchdowns to interceptions. The offensive numbers are there. The problem is defensively, they're the 31st defense. We'll leave that for a little bit from now. Gurley starts the game in the backfield behind Ryan.
All righty, Ryan back to pass. Over the middle. Got Jones.
Catch out to the 49-yard line.
Takes it out to the 49.
Brought down by Trey Boston, but he found a hole and gets 24.
Well, you have to respect the speed of Julio Jones, and so you've got Dante Jackson out there in coverage, and they're running a square in. And that's a nice
Go Caps,
start.
this is Dog's bargain.
Ball in the hands of Julio Jones. As I
Blade Flair checks in. I know it's football, but let's go Seager. MVP.
They get him involved early here tonight.
Did have 8 catches for 97 on Sunday against Detroit.
Fake handoff.
Good protection.
Looking
Ryan
deep again. Finds Julio again.
Jones.
Huge gain.
His defender, Dante Jackson, had fallen down. Pressure by Weatherly on Ryan, and he finds Julio for 27.
Yeah, it's such a good route by Julio Jones. Off of the play action, Matt Ryan knows what he's got out there one-on-one. They're working over Dante Jackson once again. Watch this route at the top.
Yeah, he does have some good receivers there.
Once he got him
He has some real good receivers, doesn't he?
There was no way he was going to be able to come back and make a play on that ball. That's excellent work.
Julio's been dealing with a bad hamstring, a bad hip. Just like that, 2 plays all the way.
Fake handoff to Gurley, dumped out.
Hurst, the big tight end, has got 10 plus.
Falcons moving like it's nothing.
A gain of 11, and here are the
Tyler
Atlanta
Chiroma
Falcons
checks in, says hi. What's up, Tyler?
It looks pretty good. Now they just need to score touchdowns when they get down in here. They've been able to move the football. They haven't always come away with the touchdowns.
So is the volume good on the game, folks? Is the volume good?
Ryan, I've enjoyed watching him over the last 12 years.
Devon says Atlanta's never had a problem offensively, but good Lord, their defense is crap.
Certainly in Atlanta.
Correct, Madison. No face cam for these fantasy football streams.
All he can do for this offense.
Ball snapped.
First run of
Gurley.
the game, it's Gurley trying to bounce it. Broke 1 tackle and back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Sam Franklin could not bring him down. Curley went around him. And for Todd, he comes in 2nd in the league in carries. Tied for first.
So the little football field in the center of your screen, folks, it looks like it's way ahead, probably by like a full play.
Well, this is, we all know what happened.
But like I said, these streams are done in large part for folks that can't watch it at home because they're working. They're either firefighters, EMTs, police officers, shift workers, you know, at the AM, PM. That's what I'm doing these for. And for the fantasy football nuts, of course.
Ryan looking right the whole time. Pass is caught. A move is made, and Ridley is.
There's old Ridley, almost got a first down.
Short of a first down, a gain of 7. Where Shaq Thompson, who was busy last week.
Blade Flair says I'm going for the Falcons.
New Orleans is there for the stop.
Well, we heard Christina Ping talk about the Calvin Ridley, and I'm really impressed with this guy. Here he is in his 3rd season. In fact, if you're a young receiver watching this ball game, you're going to enjoy this matchup. These are some of the best group of wide receivers. The way that they run routes, the way they finish their routes, it's impressive. This will be fun to watch.
Tight formation.
Ball's handed off.
To Gurley.
Gurley looks like he's going to be close
right at the marker.
to the marker.
Put it down. And they move it back. He looks to be inches short by the yellow line, and it is 4th down officially, and the Falcons will go for it. 9 for 16 on the year.
Falcons going to go for it here, folks.
Well, last week on Sunday, Raheem Morris, they were up 14-13 and went for it on 4th and 5. Didn't make it, and he said that, hey, we're going to be aggressive. That obviously would have helped them had they had those 3 points at the end of the ball game. But being aggressive doesn't always mean going for it on 4th down. But I think I do like this decision right here.
Devin says, I appreciate what you do, Valhalla. It's nice to just have a good community of people to talk sports with. That's what it's for, man. That's the whole goal here. I have a blast doing it.
We've been talking about Julio. He's
yeah, you don't have to let me know, Adam. I see him.
Catches in the ball game and the most completions by
they need a 3rd monitor, I think.
In NFL history, Peyton and Marvin, Matt and Julio, Big Ben.
Patrick Starr checks in as usual with a positive comment, says Vikings trash.
Now be catching passes from Tom
Thanks
Brady.
for the view, Patrick. Thanks for the view. 17 Berserkers up in here,
Had a hard time staying healthy throughout an entire season with the various injuries, the hamstrings and things that he's had. What those numbers would have looked like. Raheem Morris changes his mind and decides that they're going to settle for 3.
Younghoe Koo from 20. Good snap, good hold, good kick. 3-0.
So if you got Mr. Koo, 20-yard field goal, little 3-point.
Here on the road,
I'm not going for anyone, Jackson.
They get the first
Just fantasy football in it.
Night.
I'm going for Davis, the running back of the Panthers. And one of the running backs for the Falcons as well. All right, so we're in a commercial break here.
Your side.
Blade says the Broncos are his favorite team, but they're trash right now. That doesn't mean you quit rooting for them. That doesn't mean that you quit rooting for them. Yo. Tyler says he's so mad that he missed the Game 6 stream. Not a good one to miss, my man. Hey, share this stream out on your social media. Show this stream out on your social media. Getting spanked here. Getting spanked. 21 Berserkers up in here, up in here. Grant says these records are a bit eek. Yeah. Sometimes it makes for the best games, though. You just never know. All right, about to get back from this commercial break, folks. Correct. Thor did make an appearance after the big win the other night for them Dodgers. All right, here we go. Our first look at Teddy Bridgewater.
This year to his former teammate Drew Brees of the Saints.
Yeah, he talked about how he learned. It's all about completions from watching Drew over those 2 years. It's a good one to study if that's what you're looking for, and he's having a career-high completion percentage so far this year. I thought that was an interesting decision by Raheem Morris, Joe, that, you know,
Adam says the Chief for his second favorite team. I don't watch all the Vikings games.
4th and inches down there. I like that they were originally going to go for it. I was really
Grant
surprised
says I can see the Steelers and the Ravens going to the Super Bowl.
Decision, they ended up having to use a timeout.
And Tyler said he had baseball practice.
Raheem Morris thought better of going for it.
All right, first look at Teddy B. Bridgewater. Teddy B. Bridgewater, former Minnesota Viking, ladies and gentlemen. Former Minnesota Viking.
Go to work. He's got the top receiving tandem yardage-wise, as you heard, between Robbie Anderson and DJ Moore.
We go. Go, here we go, ready.
No Christian McCaffrey tonight. There was a chance, but not active yet. Pass is incomplete to Moore. As he goes between two defenders.
Falcon down on the play there. That was ugly.
Can't get up. Keanu Neal was there as well, and Sheffield is hurt.
Well, let's take a look at this and see what happens.
Blade says people were mad at Turner for going back on the field.
Collision with Keanu Neal.
So he is
All right,
on
looks
his
like
back.
we're headed to another commercial break, folks. Another commercial break up in here, up in here. '21 Berzerkers up in here, up in here. Valhalla Sports Talks, Fantasy Football Red Zone. Salvador Chavez checks in and says, hi, my friend. What's up, Salvador? How you doing, my man? Listen, the channel rules are going up on the screen right now. Those are the channel rules coming up on your screen right now. Due to copyright restrictions, the game cannot be shown on the channel. We do provide the game audio. If you want your message to stand out from the crowd, of course, there's only 21 of us in here right now. We do have Super Chat and Super Stickers available. No trolls, no racism, no hate speech, no politics. Respect my mods at all time. Have fun or leave. And thank you to the mod squad. Salvador Chavez says he's happy. Little shout out to those essential workers. Can't be watching this game. That's what we do this for, so you can see it and hear it and know what's going on while you are at work, on your break, taking your lunch. All right, still on a commercial break. Still on a commercial break. Grant, I just pick the mods from time to time. Got plenty of them for now, but I pick them from time to time. Rogue Dog says, if either of these teams were my team, I'd quit watching the NFL. Not me, Rogue Dog. I'm a fantasy football and pro football fanatic. All right, looks like we're getting back to it. Full moon over Carolina. Blue medical tent going up.
Tent goes Kendall Sheffield. They fill in for him with Bleedy Ray Wilson, and it's 2nd and 10 for Carolina.
Hey, kill. 45. Hey, 45. Oh, here we go, ready. Ready, but hot.
Blitz coming off the edge.
I have a grown son, Tyler. Grown son, 23 years old.
And a catch made by the former Jet, Robbie Anderson. 3rd down and 5 coming up.
Linda says MLB should have gotten player tests for the World Series before the game. That is kind of interesting how they did that.
Quick passing game, gets the ball out. That's good work. I like what I've seen from this offense here in the early going. Joe Brady, of course, came from LSU, took over as the offensive coordinator. I think that he and Teddy Bridgewater got a good thing going, and he's got some good players to get the ball to. You talked about Robbie Anderson. I think he's having a heck of a season. I really like DJ Moore and Curtis Samuel as well.
3rd down and 5. Pass is incomplete. Looking for a flag, and now there is one.
Flag on the play. Flag on the play.
Out there on the edge, and it looked like pass interference will give Carolina the automatic 1st down. Jarrett got pressure.
All right, so Carolina gets an automatic 1st down there.
Defense number 26. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic 1st down.
Take a look at this penalty. Isaiah Oliver, there's the push on Robbie Anderson that got the flag. Teddy Bridgewater, he had to hang in there in the pocket. You mentioned Grady Jarrett. Chris raised the left guard, had a tough game on Sunday. It was not good on that last
Teddy
play.
running for his life.
Bridgewater wins that foot race with Fowler and is able to throw it away. And now a flag at the end of the play after Bridgewater went out of bounds.
Rogue Dog says Teddy Cam.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense number 45. It's a 15-yard penalty and an automatic 1st down.
Right at the end of this play, Deion Jones, it's right as he steps out. I don't like that call at all. I mean, he just hardly hits him. There's Grady Jarrett getting past Chris Reed on that previous play when they got the penalty on Isaiah Oliver. And Grady Jarrett, what a player he is. I mean, you can talk about a lot of the problems that this defense has had. Grady Jarrett is not one of them. I mean, he is a load, and he's a focal point of every offense when you come in, trying to handle him on that interior pressure.
Here is Mike Davis, who is able to put together a nice run to the 40, a gain of 7.
There we go. There's my guy Davis,
And
gain of 7.
A nice fill-in for the injured Christian McCaffrey, who they hope to get back next game. Here's the offense for
So anybody in the chat have anyone
Here's
going
the
in this game
offensive
tonight?
line with Little starting at left tackle for Russell Okun, who's out with a calf injury. And the backs and receivers, that combo of Anderson and Moore, Samuel. Good on the outside.
All right, second and third. Teddy in the shotgun.
Second down and 3. Quick throw and out.
Gets it to my guy Davis. Let's go. Let's go.
Davis. And Troy, for as good as he's been running the ball, he's been
23 Berserkers up in here, up in here. Welcome to Valhalla Sports Talk's Fantasy Football Red Zone. Place for fantasy football fanatics to hang out during prime time games and talk about fantasy football and what your team needs, what they're going to do. Unlike most people, I care about your fantasy football team. Rogue Dog says huge run by Davis. Yes, it was.
I mean, he's been terrific.
First and 10, Carolina.
The one guy outside of a quarterback that you just could not afford to lose, especially this Carolina team. But Mike Davis has done a really nice job.
Here he is.
Here he goes, Davis again. Big run to the left.
What an impressive run by Davis.
Takes it to about the 13, fighting. Helmet flying off.
What a run that was by Davis, who was waived
Let's
by
go.
Chicago last year. And this young man is running the heck out of it.
Yeah, he sure is. And how about the block on the outside by Teddy Bridgewater? He takes on Bleedy Ray Wilson right there and allows Mike Davis to keep on chucking. That's this guy. You see it right there, the way he finishes this run. He is a physical, hard-nosed guy. And
Fatimi checks in and says, hello, what's up? What's up, dude?
I like his style.
Bye, Go Caps. We'll see you next time.
Hadn't had a lot of carries coming into this season, but he's made the most of what he's got.
Here is Curtis Samuel out of the backfield for the touchdown.
Samuel with the touchdown. Curtis Samuel up the middle, 12-yard touchdown.
Touchdown for Curtis Samuel, and Carolina's on top.
Well, they do a nice job of just working up. He comes up and cleans up, and there goes Curtis Samuel. I mean, this guy, when you see that he's carried the football, when you look around the league, these wide receivers, it's mostly off the jet sweeps and things of that nature. This guy runs between.
Sean says, I'm enjoying your live stream. Thank you, my man.
Tough runner for a guy no bigger than
Here we go. Here goes the extra point.
5'11", 195.
The extra point. Good.
His 5th career rushing touchdown.
Extra point.
So
Good.
The Falcons didn't go for it on 4th and inches, kicked the field goal. The Carolina Panthers just ran it right down. And
Robbie White says Detroit refs in Carolina just put flags on players and be done with it. Yeah, they do call a lot of ticky-tack shit. Robbie says, congrats, Mad Viking, on the World Series. Thanks, dude. Still hyped. Still hyped. Gotta give me some swag. It's gonna be expensive this year, but I'm not complaining. Gonna buy some swag for the Lakers and the Vikings. I mean, Lakers and the Dodgers, excuse me. All right, Tyler, you have a good practice, man. You have a good practice. Practice makes perfect. Blade Flair says, lucky you can actually play. I don't know what they're doing here locally, Blade, as far as like Little League. I thought they like canceled it, but I could be wrong. I don't have a kid young enough anymore to worry about that stuff. Tyler says he got a game this weekend. All right, Tyler, you have a good one, my man. We'll see you next time. All right, about to get back at it, folks. About to get back at it.
Gave Matthew Stafford a chance, and Matthew is very good in those situations. Took his team down with 1:04 left for the game-winning touchdown and extra point. Last week, Matt Ryan was mic'd up. Here's what he had to say before the score.
Aiden Hoy checks in. This is Go Panthers.
Don't score. Yeah,
Tyler said his practice just got canceled.
Get the first, get down.
The give is to Gurley. Gurley through the middle. They're going to let him score, and he went in. Lions are going to get it back. What a mental mistake by Todd Gurley.
Gurley was sick about it. Owned up to the terrible mistake, and you can just go back that far with just over a minute left as to why. Now that's assuming that Koo makes the chip shot field goal, but that's why they lost that ball game on top of that killer loss at Dallas, on top of the unbelievable loss at home to Chicago.
Yeah, but I think what threw Todd Gurley off was the safety, Will Harris.
So what do y'all think about these new uniforms by the Falcons? What do you think of their new uniforms?
Everybody else was letting Gurley score. He comes up and then he realizes, oh my gosh, I'm supposed to let him go. And I think that's what threw Gurley off, and that's what ultimately is why he scored.
No answers for Jones yet. Julio
Ryan,
Jones
another pass to Jones, who's having a huge game for the fantasy football folks. Robbie says, thanks for the stream, Mad Viking respect. Thank you, Robbie. It's a pleasure having you.
This guy is really something.
Share it out, folks. Share it out.
Who's 6'3" and 220 pounds, and he runs.
Still trying to figure out this new update by YouTube. I don't have tags on this video, so it's affecting me in the searches.
Jones can do, and so yeah, he can take you deep.
Aiden says, who are we supporting? I'm supporting the fantasy football players on my rosters. So Hill on the Falcons and Davis on the Panthers.
From the 42, handoff here is to Gurley, and he tries the left side and picks up 3, where Austin Larkin makes the stop. Here's where the Falcons are offensively.
Robbie says Julio's going to be a nightmare tonight. He already is. I'll go over his stats at the half here.
Been basically healthy all year, so
do a whole stat check at the halftime.
Injuries up front. And Matt Ryan, as we said earlier, is leading the league in passing yards coming in here in Week 8.
Ryan in the shotgun here on 2nd and 7.
Second down and 7, and Ryan over the middle. There he is again.
Another catch by Julio.
Close to the 35-yard line as he's.
What does he have already?
Dante Jackson. Julio Jones this time gets 20.
Well, he's gone after Dante Jackson now 3 times, and there hasn't been much of a fight out there. Dante Jackson's playing a little bit nervous across from Julio Jones, and what a great job there.
4 reception for 85 yards for Jones already. That's crazy.
This offense is
freaking crazy,
and they have been for a long time. The numbers in and of themselves are a little misleading.
Yeah, Blade, I'll be definitely doing Dodger games next year.
in all of football. So, yeah, they've been good, but they've piled up a lot more numbers because their defense has given up so many big plays and so many quick scoring drives.
Here's a handoff to Gurley.
Nothing for Gurley there.
Right at the line of scrimmage by Tyre Whitehead. No gain. Aaron?
We're talking a little bit about Dante Jackson against Julio Jones. He's also been bothered by a toe injury, and a couple times throughout this first quarter, he's actually come over and the trainers have changed his cleats. They've looked at his toe, and that's something he's discussed, and the coaches did with us too. He's trying to get comfortable with that thing. He did mention to reporters this week, I'm so sick of
He says, do you think Dalvin Cook will be back for the Vikings game on Sunday? No, I don't.
There's no question.
I actually don't.
And you know, he keeps trying to gut it out. It's one of the reasons why Troy Pride, the rookie, has gotten a lot of playing time.
Here's a blitz right up the gut. And Matt Ryan ends up on his back. And the play was made by, I believe, the rookie Jeremy Chin.
Tyler, I'm not sure what the Dodgers will do.
Comes right over the center. Alex Mack.
Probably wondering where the penalty was there.
Jeremy Chin, he's had a nice start. Rookie Defensive Player of the Month. Here he is, a second-round pick, and like I said, coming into this ballgame, they've had to rely on some of these young players that they drafted, spent every one of their draft picks on the defensive side of the ball, trying to clean that up. This Carolina defense for the past 2 years has been awful, and they're trying to address it as best they can.
All right, timeout by Atlanta
here this year for the most part.
Second timeout taken by Atlanta here early, and we'll be right back after.
He says they need relief pitchers. Yes, they do. I'd like him to make Urias a closer. All right, right back at it. Short break.
With head coach Dan Quinn fired after the 0-5 start. Raheem Morris, his third game as head coach, 1-1. Thomas Dimitroff was fired after 13 years as the GM. Rich McKay, president and CEO, as the acting GM. Trade deadline is rapidly approaching, as now a timeout is going to be taken by Carolina.
Another timeout by Carolina.
So there's been a lot of talk about what will Atlanta do with their personally, I don't see that happening.
Yeah, I don't either, Joe. I know there's been a lot of discussion with that. And as you said, they're playing at a high level. There are cap ramifications from that.
He says, let's do this. I'm good with him being closer.
You've got to go. You certainly have to go find a quarterback. And, you know, this team, had they not have blown those leads, they would be right in the thick of this division.
Flags on the play here.
Ball start. Offense, number 76. 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
Well, it's certainly not a stretch to say that they should have 3 more wins. That gets them to 4-3. And you talk about Carolina being right in the thick of it in the South. You know, this division is undergoing change here over the next couple of years.
Yeah.
And that includes Atlanta. It includes the future of Drew Brees. It includes what's going on here with Carolina. And then you've got Tampa Bay. That's a short-term situation, you would think, with Brady. Pass is caught. And the forward progress is enough for a first down. That is Ridley. Ended up losing the ball, but after the play was dead, that was 16 yards and a first down.
Not good. Zone coverage, only rush 3. They've got 3 deep, so they've got 5 underneath, and you're going to see the hole then that Matt Ryan has to get the ball to. They've got zone, and so all Ridley's doing is finding that hole, and he just turns around, spots up, and Ryan puts it on him. I mean, that's just That's not very good third down defense, and they haven't been good all year.
Handoff here is to Hill, able to bounce it out to the edge, and Hill carried for another Atlanta first down. Weatherly missed a tackle, a gain of 12. Christina, we were just up here talking about trade rumors with Atlanta.
Good yards, but my guy Hill there.
Saying all the right things during the
Robbie says holding, no call. Damn ref's blind.
Both Matt Ryan, Julio Jones saying they don't want to be traded. They're happy. They want to stay in Atlanta. And this tandem has been together for such a long time. But when they're facing the losses that they had this season, those questions keep coming.
Rain picks up in intensity. On first down, play action. Ryan, end zone, incomplete.
Ooh, dismissed Julio.
Might have had Ridley underneath, but went to Julio Jones, and incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I'm with you, Joe. He definitely had Calvin Ridley. I think the safety where he was located, Trey Boston, initially just got him off, and he peeked and he saw him in the middle right away, took him off. Ridley tried coming outside to Julio Jones, but he definitely had Ridley, and he is stuck with him.
Looked like Troy Pride got away with a tug of the jersey. 10th play of this drive, 2nd and 10. Ryan steps through trouble and now throws end zone. Jones, and it's broken up. Play made by Pride.
Julio got popped there.
He knocked it out of the hands of Jones. It'll be 3rd and 10.
There's good pressure right inside.
Yeah, it's raining pretty good there right now, Robbie.
Matt Ryan just able to avoid it. F.A. Obata is the one who was able to apply the pressure. Fortunate for Matt Ryan that he was even able to escape that. But Julio Jones still almost had a shot at it.
Julio checks out. 3rd down, and Ryan time runs out, and the sack by Carolina. F.A.
Obata, if you got one of them fantasy leagues that has defensive players, big play there.
4th down.
Well, that was a coverage sack because he had time in the pocket. Obata, he's going to have to credit that defensive secondary for the job that they did. Matt Ryan, he's looking, and nobody could really free up for him, and then the time in the pocket just gave up. You see how good coverage was across the board. And so the Falcons, they put together a couple nice drives here to start this game, having to settle.
All right, Young Ho Koo trying to make a field goal here.
Nails it from 37. Back-to-back red zone stops.
Kick is good. Field goal by Koo if you got him on your roster.
In the rain in Charlotte.
All righty. Robbie says Falcons versus Carolina, 17 people in the chat. Why I'm not surprised. I think part of it too is YouTube did this update like last week, and it's really screwed it up where I can't figure out how to go online with a scheduled stream, so I can't put up a scheduled stream anymore because you never get to use it because it doesn't connect to it. And then I don't have tags on the end of my video, so that's affecting me in the searches. I don't know, just a mess. Try to go back to the lab and figure this thing out. I thought the old thumbnail was fire this week. I thought it was absolute fire. Nobody's got a setup like I do. Nobody. Up in here, up in here. Yeah, it's been brutal, Robbie. It's been brutal. Because we pulled really good numbers on the Thursday night game. We had almost 5,000 views, for our first football stream, other than the Vikings games. I lost a few subs at the beginning of this deal, so people don't like that I'm not just doing Dodgers all the time. It's all a learning experience, though. Channel's come a long way. Come a long damn way. 8 months officially, but the real amount of time has been 5 months of trying to do it. All right, let's get back to it.
Played Annie Lennox the last time. Were you on headset with me, or was it Smoltz?
I think it was Smoltzy. Nice job on that, by the way.
Yeah,
congratulations to the Dodgers.
Yeah. 6 games and a win in the 116th World Series. Here is a return by Cooper.
Ooh, hit out of bounds late. Flag on the play.
There was an early flag and then a hit out of bounds.
Yeah, I agree, Robbie.
It was delivered
I agree.
by Keith Smith. So Sean Hockley will have to sort through that. The Falcons so far 2 drives, 134 yards. They're averaging just under 8 yards a play. But just 2
flags everywhere, said Ivan Perez. Yes, there are. It's raining flags. Hallelujah, it's raining flags.
There were 2 fouls on the play, both on the kicking team.
It's also raining there.
Number 44,
Rain.
This penalty's declined. Personal foul, late hit out of bounds, number 40. This 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the play. First down.
21 Berzerkers up in here. Valhalla Sports Talk. Thursday night football. Fantasy football red zone only on Valhalla Sports Talk.
What's the hit on him? Adds 15 yards.
For fantasy football fanatics by an actual fantasy football fanatic.
To give the ball to the offense here at the 37-yard line.
That's where Carolina will start as they lead by 1.
All right, huddle it up. Back it up.
The umpire was not in position, and now they're going to move the ball back. So that's why you could hear Sean Hockley saying, huddle it up. They move the ball back 3 yards to the 34. Falcons already 4 penalties for 43 yards here in this first quarter.
All right, here we go. Bridgewater 2 for 3 so far for 16 yards in the shotgun.
Bridgewater passes.
Throws it to the left to Anderson. Flag on the play. Anderson still running.
Down inside the 40.
Robbie says we're trying to break the record with flags.
In the secondary, and then a missed tackle by the rookie A.J. Terrell along the sideline.
Before the pass was thrown, holding, defense number 33. This penalty's declined. The result of the play is a first down.
They got Bleedy Ray Wilson.
First down, ladies and gentlemen. First down.
In the slot. Here's the route by Robbie Anderson. The missed tackle on the outside by the rookie Terrell. There's the hold on Bleedy Ray Wilson, and I tell you, the Falcons, they like
25 Berzerkers up in here.
I just don't think
welcome.
They brought the blitz a few times. They did there. I just don't think they're going to hold up with this receiving corps.
Here is a handoff to Davis, and this time he's stuffed.
No luck for Davis on that one.
Good penetration through the line by Deion Jones and Grady Jarrett, a loss of 4. Tomorrow night on NFL Total Access, Derrick Henry stops by to talk about the Titans 5.
A little break while they do their advertisement for their show. Here we go, getting back to it.
I tell you, Grady Jarrett, he's made a couple nice plays. He just destroyed that.
So again, if you're new to the chat here, just hit us up in the chat. Tell us who you got going in tonight's game on your fantasy teams, or who you're going against.
Because of his lack of height.
Shotgun Bridgewater, handoff, draw.
Delayed handoff, and Davis gets that yardage back.
Take a look at him here inside. I mean, it's just they're trying to come down and make a block on him, but he's just too quick off the line of scrimmage. I mean, he is an absolute force. He was dominant at Clemson, like I said, and he ends up going in the 5th round because he's just 6 foot tall, and Boy, he's made a lot of teams pay for that decision because Atlanta has got a heck of a player. He's been doing it for the past 5 years here in Atlanta. He's terrific.
Pro Bowler last year, now 3rd down and 9. Pressure on Bridgewater on a blitz, and down he goes.
Bridgewater sacks.
Combination of Oliver and Oluokun, a loss of 12, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, right in the middle of Oluokun. Here he comes, and Paradis just not able to slow him down. He gets no help from his back. He's anticipating that Mike Davis is going to help give a chip. That's why he's in there. And you see Davis turns around and realizes that
Robbie says Bridgewater's not all smiles tonight. This ain't Quinn still coaching these Falcons. That's true.
a nice defensive stop by Atlanta.
Yvonne says too many holes on the front line.
Coordinated by Jeff Ulbrich. And we are through quarter 9.
All right, here we go through quarter 1. Quarter 1, end of the first quarter. Carolina 7, Falcons 6. 25 Berzerkers up in here. Valhalla Sports Talk's Fantasy Football Red Zone. For Fantasy Football Fanatics by an actual Fantasy Football Fanatic. Excuse me.
Team record for most in a game, 6th most in NFL history. Here is a fair catch hauled in by Brandon Powell after the punt by the rookie Joseph Charlton, 33-yard punt. And it's placed at the 17, and here comes Julio. Already at least through one has outgained the Carolina offense.
He's a terrific player, but I tell you, they have really done a nice job over the years of keeping really good players around Matt Ryan. You know, not a lot of teams can say that, but they know what they've had in Matt Ryan, and coming in as a rookie, I mean, he's just always had really good skill players and guys who could get down the field and make plays on the ball.
Play action from Ryan, who floats it, and did he get both feet down? He is intercepted by Dante Jackson. And for Dante, his 3rd of the year.
Well, you can credit that interception to Brian Burns. I mean, this guy, he does a heck of a job. He's able to get pressure then on Matt Ryan. Here he comes, and him coming right up into the face. You see how that forces Matt Ryan to turn it loose a little bit high. He's not able to get through that throw as much as what he would like. The ball gets away from him because Ridley had him. Ridley had him on his back, and if he's able to drive him down low where he can work back through that football. But yeah, that's an assist by Brian Burns. It's a nice play on the ball, though.
Dante Jackson got his first career
Had my mic off there.
Ryan, September of 2000.
Bad pick by Ryan. Bad pick by Ryan.
Takeaways in 37 career
Bella,
games.
welcome back. I think I didn't had my mic off when you got back.
Walker, the backup quarterback, is in the lineup. He was lined up wide to the left, and a handoff is to Mike Davis, and he's brought down by Oluokun after a gain of 6.
Ivan Perez says, oh man, Matt has better butterfingers on that throw. Yeah, it was horrible.
I mean, we talked about how poor they've been on third down. The Saints on Sunday, they converted 85%. And we saw Atlanta convert a 3rd and long, but they haven't given up a lot of big plays. They don't give up a lot of points because of that, and then they're able to create takeaways like they just did.
Handoff here to Davis.
Come on, Davis.
To his right.
Short of the 30.
And Oluokun out there again for Atlanta.
Yep, back foot throw, correct.
Coming up. Here's tonight's professional grade presented by GMC. And we look at Teddy Bridgewater, who is facing a 3rd down here, and his completion percentage is 2nd highest in the league to his former teammate Drew Brees. 3rd down and 2.
I'm joined by Thor at my side right now. You'll never know why, Berzerkers, because I just got my dinner handed to me. Meatballs and mashed taters. Meatballs and mashed potatoes tonight, ladies and gentlemen. 27 Berzerkers up in here, up in here. Hit that subscribe video. Give this video a like.
Samuel looks like he's got it. And he does. Knocked out by Neal, but a gain of 4 on 3rd and 2, and a nice little play to get what they needed.
Yeah, he's kind of like the Swiss Army knife. I mean, he kind of does it all. We've seen him run between the tackles. This time he's in the backfield. That's a hard route to defend. When he just takes off from the backfield, he's able to outflank the defender, and then you just give him a good ball, he picks it up. He is the guy that Atlanta has to know where he is on 3rd downs. A lot of his catches come on that down. I really like him. I like him since he's come into the league. He's battled through some injuries, but he's legit fast, too.
Falcons bring a blitz, a little fleet flicker, and Bridgewater throws. Touchdown, Curtis Samuel.
Touchdown, Bridgewater to Samuel.
Just a thing of beauty, and if they need to know where Samuel is on every play, decent coverage, but a good throw by Bridgewater for the touchdown.
Well, Ricardo Allen, number 37 in the middle.
Alex
of the field,
Ramirez says, when did the Dodgers play?
There was really nothing.
It's forever, Alex. It's going to be a while.
In the middle of the field as long as it did. Samuel is coming across the field.
Ballard Sports Media says, hey, Valhalla, what's up, Ballard? Welcome to the channel. 33 Berzerkers up in here, Valhalla Sports Talk's Fantasy Football Red Zone.
Touchdown pass number 9.
Here goes the extra point attempt. Up, and it's good.
Curtis Samuel has
14-6.
2 touchdowns.
Samuel, a stud for some fantasy football teams out there.
Tipped by Allen. But it's
And we head to another commercial, ladies and gentlemen. Head to a commercial. Again, the game audio is currently paused as YouTube does not allow copyrighted commercials or music to be played on the channel. Alex says, I know, I didn't want it to end that soon. I was ready for it to end. I wanted to ship. $34, that's our high for today as Thor's Army continues to grow. Can't believe I forgot to make a Thor video for the football streams. Alex, did you get any World Series swag yet? Hats, shirts, or anything? Even Press's Dodgers win was amazing. All the fireworks and burnouts, not so much. Yeah, I've heard them, Alex. I've heard them. And they can kiss our World Series trophy. That's what I say to them. They can kiss our 2020 World Series trophy. I would argue what they did is harder than most other teams because they never got to play a playoff game or a World Series game at home. And how many home runs did we miss because of that? Exactly. They'd say it counted if it was their team, no doubt. All right, back to the game.
After about a quarter plus, third time in his career, he's had a rushing and a receiving touchdown in the same game. And he had that 29-yard touchdown grab after picking up a first down on a 3rd and 2 the play before. Sly hits it into the end zone. Back to the touchdown.
It was a two-man route with Curtis Samuel and DJ Moore. Here's Curtis Samuel, here's Ricardo Allen, and you're going to see that after the flea flicker holds Ricardo Allen.
Alex says, I don't like football, but I'm here to chill. Right on, you're welcome.
Even with that, I mean,
welcome to the channel, dude.
His tip of his fingers on the ball, and it's a game of inches. But yeah,
so you guys didn't tell me what we're having for dinner tonight at your house.
This guy,
I'm having some fire meatballs. Meatballs, mashed taters, and brown gravy. Up in here, up in here.
That he has, the things that he's able to do. I love those kinds of players because I know the problems they present for a defense.
Falcons may have gotten away with a false start on Hurst, and here's a handoff over the right side to Brian Hill.
There's my guy Hill.
And he's knocked down with.
Again, I've got Hill going in this one, and I've got the running back for the Panthers as well, Davis.
Make sure that he's okay. That's Tom Hill, the field judge.
Robbie says that ref symbolizes our season.
Yeah, it looks like he's okay. He came in pretty hot.
Whoop.
Yeah, he slid. Ooh, bad.
Yeah.
He landed on his Cossacks.
Like
26.
Like okay.
Up in here, up in here.
2nd down and 2.
2nd and 2. Ball snap. Hill again.
And gets a good block that springs him for the first down. That was the fullback Keith Smith that delivered the block. A gain of 4 and a fresh set of downs. You see what's happened over the first.
John Fatimi says, enjoy your dinner. Thank you.
2, but came away with a total of 6.
Yeah, they've moved it and just haven't been able to.
Probably said Hurst is a weapon. What a catch. That was a nice catch.
The big difference, of course.
Atlanta's still only one score down here with a 2-point conversion.
Takeaway, being able to capitalize, and this Atlanta defense just continues to give up big pass completions.
Blitz coming. Falcons pick it up. The pass. Wow, what a catch by Hurst.
Wow. That made my back hurt. Wow, this guy to be able to come, he's running up the seam. That ball might have, I'd like to see another look at that. Watch this, he's running up the
Brandon
seam.
the Buck liked that play, said it was a gorgeous play.
Turn around, the ball hits. It's just a matter of whether or not he had control of the ball. And I guess.
And they're going to challenge.
Challenge on the field.
And we're looking up at the scoreboard to see, and Rule threw the challenge flag. Let's look again.
Gotta look for.
Yeah, what do you guys think in the chat?
Like a catch to me.
It does. You know,
it did look like a catch to me.
In my opinion, anyway. I guess. Dean Blandino, what do you think?
Hands underneath it, control.
What Dean thinks, we'll get the call on the other side of the
Unless
play.
they say he double clutched it there. All right, they're going to a commercial. Even Perez says that was a catch. He says, hey, Brandon, are you ready to see Russell Wilson, Tyler Lockett, and DK Metcalf destroy your team on Sunday? The chat wants to know, Brandon, are you ready? I got Metcalf in one of my leagues. Robbie said it was a catch, but the refs will say that it was not. Still in a commercial break here, folks. Still in a commercial break for this challenge. All right, here we go. Back to the action.
Really close. The issue is control. Looks like the left hand is on the football. Did he use the ground to make the catch? Ruling on the field was completed pass. They didn't see enough evidence to overturn.
31 Berzerkers up in here. 31 Fantasy Football Berzerkers up in here. That's our high for today. Welcome to Valhalla Sports Talk. Fantasy Football Red Zone.
By Brian Hill. We've seen Brian Hill on the last two possessions. Gurley has been on the sideline. 2nd down and 10 for Atlanta.
Well, Hayden Hurst is the guy they went out and traded for when they lost Austin Hooper, and Hayden Hurst was a first-round pick by the Baltimore Ravens back in 2018. He was their first-round pick. Lamar Jackson was their second. And this guy can really run, and they are starting to develop a chemistry with him and Matt Ryan. You plug him in with these wide receivers that they already have. Good luck trying to slow that down.
3-man pass rush, and there he is. Hurst takes it inside.
Hurst takes a shot on that play.
A gain of 8.
It's like he made the catch, though.
Shaq Thompson, 3rd down coming up.
Going to bring up a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2.
Austin Hooper left as a free agent to Cleveland.
There you go, our first fantasy football question in the chat there. L4D, do you guys think I should start Marvin Jones Jr. or John Brown? What do you think, folks?
Quadri Allison in the backfield next to Ryan on 3rd and 2. Allison gets it and picks up the first down.
Quadri Allison with a first down.
A gain of 3.
I kind of think Marvin Jones Jr. myself, L4D.
Safety was there for Carolina.
Well, Quadri Allison, he's going off the field now. He's going to get some opportunities. He did there on that carry, but he's going to get more opportunities on 3rd down for pass protection. Brian Hill on Sunday did not have a very good day, and there's been other times when he has struggled in pass protection, and so Allison, we're going to see him in there, and we'll see how well he can pass protect, but good running there to pick up the first down.
Edo Smith, another back, is inactive. Here's a toss to Hill, trying to find somewhere to go, got a yard. Thompson in there for Carolina.
This defensive
so, guys and gals, I've got a trade offer in one of my leagues. I'm in 2 leagues. One I run that's been around about 15 years. That team's in first place in their division. And then I got another one that I joined last year that's a very deep league. I mean, there's 16 teams in the conference, 32 teams overall in the league. And I got an offer today. My team's doing really bad. I'm like 3-7 because we have doubleheader weekends. There goes Ridley. Anyhow, I got a trade offer today. I got offered a number 2 next year and a number 1 the following year for Bear of the Chargers. I already have huge picks next year in the draft. I'm thinking I hold on to Abear because the only other quarterback I have is Cousins and Dwayne Haskins. What do you guys think about that? Would you make that trade?
Was really textbook. The way that he comes off the ball, and you hope that he's okay. I mean, here's a young player who is yet
so basically
to have a 1,000-yard season. He'd get it this year if he stays healthy.
It's future picks for Abear, who I drafted this year in the second round.
First down for Atlanta when we come back.
I headed to a commercial break. Let me give you the exact trade. So I get Daniel Jones, a 2021 round second draft pick, and a 2023 round one pick. So Jones, a 2021 second, and a 2023 first for Justin Abear. What do you guys think? Anonymous checks in. What's up, Anonymous? What's up with you, dude? Are you still celebrating that Dodger victory? I'm thinking I don't take this deal. I'm thinking I don't take the deal because, like I said, I got Cousins and I got Haskins as my other two quarterbacks. Still in a commercial break here. Still in a commercial break. 30 Berzerkers up in here, up in here. Valhalla Sports Talk's Fantasy Football Red Zone. Anonymous says he's chilling today. He had fun last night, though. You guys didn't tell me what to do on my trade. Up in here, up in here. Ryan Neff says, bag that trade, man. Not worth it. Kind of agree with you, Ryan. You're not the one that sent it, are you? Anonymous says, it doesn't sound like a good trade. The key to that league, because it's so big and so deep, is that, you got to get running backs. That's the thing I don't have is any real running backs. I've got Davis. Actually, I got Hill going tonight in this game. We just got stuffed on a 1st and 10. Oh, shoot. Let me get back to the audio.
There, the rookie Troy just talked about. Christina?
Well, yeah, Todd Gurley keeping loose on the sideline, stretching out. He did appear on the stationary
Something might be wrong with Gurley.
We know he's had a history of knee issues. They managed it with the LA Rams. They do give him 1 day off of practice each week, but Dirk Cutter told us if the knee is bothering him...
Ryan said I wouldn't insult anyone with that trade. They're always trying to get the FNG, the friggin' new guy.
On second down, Ryan out to his right. Has got a lot
Ryan running for the end zone. Touchdown, Matty Ice. Touchdown, Matty Ice.
Touchdown for Matt Ryan. That's the 10th of his career, first of the year.
A little touchdown thing ain't working.
Ryan Burns got pressure, and once Ryan got around him, he just scooted on into the end zone for the score.
So now does Atlanta go for 2 here to try to tie this thing up?
Well, Trey Boston, he reads this well. He drives on this slant route, and that's what takes away that throw for Matt Ryan. So he gets outside the pocket, and then you see the corner out there. He slips as he's trying to drive on it. I mean, it was going to be a nice gain anyway. It was
37, up in here, up in here. Let's go. The extra point is up, and it's good. They didn't even go for 2.
Troy Pride had a shot at him.
14-13 is the score. Carolina leads. 8:02 remaining in the second. Here we go. Headed to a commercial.
With 9.
Robbie says, look at the wheels on Matty Ice. Ryan will get you some points in fantasy. He will get you some points. Even if some of them are garbage time points, but they're still points in fantasy. It don't matter. Points are points in fantasy land. That was a pretty good dinner by my executive assistant. Again, I am the Mad Viking, and this is Fantasy Football Red Zone here on Valhalla Sports Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Currently in a commercial break in this game. Big shout out, ladies and gentlemen, to our first responders, shift and weekend workers. We do this here on the channel so that they don't miss the game. A big thank you to them. All right, still in a commercial break here. Still in a commercial break. Robbie White says Ridley's hurt, not good. He's really shown up this year, hasn't he, for many fantasy squads. Fox showing a promo for the Vikings. Game of the week. Vikings-Packers. Sean, I'll be doing the Vikings game in the morning on Sunday, and then I'll do the Sunday night football game. The Vikings game will be my normal format with me on camera, being a Viking homer, and then the night game will be just like this one.
After that catch that set up the touchdown run, and let's go back to it.
That's what I was talking about right here. Trey Boston, he's the one who drives on this route by Julio Jones. Initially, Matt Ryan, he's looking to the left when they motion out Russell Gage. The pressure inside.
So on the Viking streams, I do my own play-by-play.
When you play Atlanta, when you play,
and then these primetime days, I'll be doing the game audio.
He's not one of those. They just had 31 yards rushing coming into this ball game, but boy, picked a good spot. And then, like you said, Troy Pride, he's the one who slips, and it would have been a pretty good contest had he been able to keep his feet. But a good job by Atlanta.
Carolina, 8 minutes left here in the second. Going to try to answer.
Pass is caught. That's the tight end Thomas, and that takes it all the way out across the 45. 21-yard completion from Teddy Bridgewater, who ends up flat on his back.
Well, Deion Jones, he just has a clean shot, right?
Teddy got popped right there.
Matt Paradis, he just does not.
Got slobber knocked.
They haven't picked this up, and the Falcons have shown this. When you study them defensively, they like to get their linebackers involved in the rush, and they're just not passing those things off up front, and Bridgewater is taking the brunt of it.
Man, Curtis Samuel showing what he can do between the tackles. Carries for 9, where Stephen
yeah, that was a pop there, wasn't it, Yvonne?
Adding to the pass rush for Atlanta. Downfield is there to bring him down.
Yeah, I really like this guy, Curtis Samuel. I was talking about him earlier and try to compose myself.
Yeah, I'll be doing the Monday night game as well, Ahi. All the primetime games in this format here with the fantasy football tag, and then the Viking games every week as well.
The tackles and being physical in the way in which he went about it, you just know he just wants to do anything he can to help his team.
Here is a handoff for the first down to Davis.
I got to figure out how to get this audio to be a little bit quicker, though, because it's way behind that little football
Trey,
field.
You know from listening to Matt Rule on the phone, he loves talking about all his guys on offense. But Curtis Samuel, you know, he just said, yeah, he can play in so many different places, and he gets very passionate when he talks about him. The media was asking Samuel this week, when Christian McCaffrey returns, does that bother you? You won't be able to carry the ball.
I mean, if somebody's like on the job right now, they're at lunch or whatever, they don't know. how far behind we are, so it doesn't matter to them. They're still hearing what's going on. But you guys that are actually watching the game, I'm probably 2-3 plays behind you.
Has to use a timeout.
All right, timeout by Bridgewater.
And has to use a timeout. Carolina's out of timeouts with 6 minutes left in the.
We're probably headed to another commercial. Teddy headed over to talk to his coach, about to come back into the huddle.
Being able to stop the clock as they can't challenge for the rest of the half without a timeout. And Matt Rule, I know, is somebody you believe in, Troy, and he's rebuilt 2 college programs. He's in his first year. David Tepper gave him big money to come to
Robbie
Carolina.
would like Oliver's bench, please. Says he sucks. I'll send the message to him.
They are, and he has a formula.
I will send him the message.
You talk about it at Temple and Baylor. He took over programs that were at the bottom and built them into 10 and 11 win programs within 3 years. I think he's going to do the same thing here.
I'm surprised, though, Ravi didn't show up in here. Ravi, R-A-V-I. He might be flying back.
Here's Bridgewater to his right. Pass is caught by Anderson. And a gain on the play of 4.
And what I mean by that is when Jimmy came in as a college coach and he implemented
Jack Serrano checks in, says touchdown Anderson, please.
The veterans don't like that so much.
Jack's in one of the leagues that I'm in, the one that I run, the one that I'm in first place. What place are you in, Jack?
And that was at a different time.
Jack, what place are you in that league? Please let the people in the chat know. He's in my division.
Any other team in football, and I think it's a big reason why they have surprised so many people here in the first half of this season by being as competitive as they've been.
Here's a handoff to Davis on second down. Tries the right side, gets 3. They won 3 straight here.
Jack says he needs to improve his 1-6 record. Maybe if you paid attention to the draft, you'd do better. Bella up in here says hi to Anonymous.
Go as everybody navigates COVID and injuries, and
Jack says he's rebuilding. But you got to show up to the draft ready to draft. Not be sitting out in the bars drinking beers when you're supposed to be improving your squad. You're in danger of losing your GM privileges.
Here is a handoff to Samuel.
Ooh, Samuel got popped.
Grady Jarrett came through. Dante Fowler involved in the tackle.
Robbie hyped by that defensive stop.
2 to bring up 4th down, and the offense stays out there.
4th down, looks like they're going to go for it.
Man, I like him as much as I like Curtis Samuel. I mean, this guy's just, he's everywhere. Watch him right here, the way that he works through that block and is then able to make a play. That's a lot of dirty work inside like that, and guys like him.
All right, Teddy in the shotgun on this 4th and 1. Handoff. No, Teddy kept it. He's getting chased. He gets thrown out of bounds. They don't get it. They don't get it. Oluokun gets the play for Atlanta.
Makes a defensive stop. High school teammates with Ezekiel Elliott and John Burrows.
Jack, you pick early. That's a bad excuse.
When they were in high school.
It's not a snake draft, Ryan. It's a dynasty league. It's a straight draft.
Here's the first play that Grady Jarrett made in order to get it to 4th down. And then Oluokun, yeah, you're not going to outrun him. He runs a 4-4. I mean, you're just not going to be able to get on the edge once he's running you down. What a great job.
I finally got to the point where I don't get terrified every time Teddy gets hit.
Oluokun and Zeke Elliott's John Burrow's team went to 3 straight Missouri State Championship games, and as I said,
all right, here we go. Can Ryan do something? 3:55 left.
Here's a throw and a completion to Gage.
Gage with a big play there.
His first touch after the Falcons lost Calvin Ridley last time they had it, a gain of 19. And if you were wondering,
well, that's how all the dynasty leagues are, Jack. It's a rookie draft. That's why you got to do your homework.
Right now. It's a nice job by Russell Gage. He gave this team a chance.
He should be more like that owner of them Horny Beavers. The Horny Beaver owner. He knows what he's doing. Pay attention to what he does.
And he just went from the number 3 wide receiver to number 2 with Ridley leaving the game.
Falcons already have 12 plays of 10 or more yards.
Falcons moving.
On the edge, Christian Blake has his 5th catch of the year. Gain of 7.
They just keep coming at you with these guys. You got Christian Blake. He comes in. They got Olamide Zacchaeus. He made some plays. He shows up from time to
22
time.
Berzerkers up at here. You won the league with Wade? I need to get in that league.
Brian Hill
I'll be dominant. Correct, Robbie. All right, so the little screen in the center is ahead, so it's about to go to commercial. I'll keep the audio going. Hill with a run.
That's Caleb McGarry, the right tackle, second-year player. He collapses it. Watch this running lane that Brian Hill has on the cutback. You got Hayden Hurst kicks it out. That's the way you draw it up.
Atlanta already in field goal position, so it looks like they could go in at the half with the lead.
During the week, but that was nice.
You got a seal here.
There you go.
Seal here. Here's a little juggle, and just
nothing there for Hill.
On to the ball is Brian Hill, as Thompson and Brown combined on the stop. Might have lost half a yard.
When you get those 2 seals, then what?
Then you run up there, score a touchdown.
In the alley.
Packers win.
All right, I think they're going to go to another commercial.
Atlanta, Carolina.
All right, so two-minute commercial here. Minute warning for the first half. How many teams in that league, Jack? He says our league only keeps 5 keepers. Seven Berzerkers up in here on Valhalla Sports Talk's Fantasy Football Red Zone. $12 teams in the league. You need to get me in there when they got an opening. Robbie says my Super 6 is not looking too good right now. What's a Super 6, Robbie? What is that? Oh, I got you, Robbie. I have to check that out. I have to check it out. Oh, that's that Terry Bradshaw thing, Robbie? I got you. I have to get into that. All right, they're about to get back to the action, folks. Here we go.
It's left in the half, second down for Atlanta. And Gurley.
King Leopold said it's an awesome game so far. Yes, it is.
The opening 2 possessions.
This usually happens when teams are this bad. Got you, Robbie. I'm going to check that out, dude.
Point him out here.
That's not surprising, Jack.
Tackle is made by Dante Jackson on Blake. And a completion of 6 yards.
Falcons looking like they're in chip shot range here for a field goal. They want more. 1:46 remaining in the second.
They showed the blitz. The Panthers.
Ryan Neff says Trevor Lawrence is currently COVID-19 positive. Trevor Lawrence. Wow. Wow.
Third down.
Lots of talk about long-term effects from that virus, long-term effects. So think that NFL teams won't look at that. You're crazy.
Flag is down.
Robbie says we're getting a touchdown or nothing. Linda Horton says Teddy looked gun-shy for a while, but seems better about taking hits. I agree, Linda. I agree.
They ran Ollison on that same route that they had caught the ball on earlier. I thought.
Jack says it doesn't matter what the Falcons do. If they score 100, they're going to find a way to blow it. Aren't the Falcons your team, Jack? Isn't this who you root for? I forgot all about that. I think this is your team.
He was working up against Hayden Hurst. He got the penalty. He got his first NFL.
Ryan says he has mild symptoms, out this week, possibly next week as well. Trippy.
Went on IR with
Trippy.
cracked ribs.
You see some of these reports about like long-term effects, you know. I don't know what to believe anymore. Ryan going deep. Julio broken up. Almost.
Play is made by Franklin. Guilty of the hold, but knocked it out. And away
that is
from
trippy.
Jones.
That just came out, huh, Ryan?
Jackson, he's trailing, and
even Perez. I've been in and out of the hospital for the last 7 months, and the long-term effects are the least spoken about. Yeah, I've heard that it stays with you. It affects like your lung capacity, all kinds of stuff.
I mean, he probably intercepts the ball. But like I said, I mean, this is a young guy out of Temple, undrafted. He
Jack says my teams are the Broncos. That's right. That's true. I remember the Bronco part now. All right, 2nd and 10 for the Falcons. Ryan gets sacked.
Brought down by Haynes.
Haynes gets the sacks on Ryan. -6 yards.
Sack of the year for Marquise Haynes, and now a flag comes in.
Robbie says, Jack, it's a love-hate relationship, kind of like mine with them Vikings.
That's then you got Big Derek Brown. He's coming around the edge as well.
There is no foul on the play. It's 3rd down.
No foul. They pick up the flag. Ryan says the news broke on Lawrence about an hour ago.
Well, yeah, the
crazy.
Falcons hurting not having Calvin Ridley on this drive. We saw them looking at him on the sideline. He limped back to the locker room. Officially, it is an ankle injury, and he is questionable to return.
I kind of think this second wave is going to be worse than the first.
After the penalty, now 3rd down and 16. Game clock running.
Breaking into these Harborough Star Mix gummy bear things. These ones are shaped like a cherry. I bet they're delicious. Ryan brought down at about the 19. Tackled from behind.
A gain of 4 to bring up 4th down.
Well, Matt Ryan, he's trying to get the ball down to the middle of the
field. Yeah, it is
field.
raining. It's hard to see on the TV because they have such good cameras, but it is raining really hard.
By Brian Burns. He applies the pressure. Carolina's done a nice job.
Yvonne says the Falcons are winning to lose.
Here's where he's trying to get it. Here's Hayden Hurst.
Robbie says after the election, COVID will disappear. It's not going to disappear, Robbie. This shit's for real.
Hurst not able to get there soon enough prior to the pass rush.
We'll see, though.
Burns making an impact, but this pass rush on this series by this Carolina defense, really good.
We'll have one more snap before the half, and it'll be a 36-yard try by Younghoe Koo, and we'll find out now what's coming our way at half.
All right, I got to pause it.
All right, come on, guys. Joe and Troy expect these Toyota.
Yvonne says it won't go nowhere. Yvonne says I got proof. I don't know if those ads are a problem up there. As long as there's no sound. Koo in to attempt the field goal here, it looks like.
I mean, they have moved the football, and they have the sack. It backs them up. They're not able to convert, having to settle for these field goals. They got a chance here to take the lead. But
all right, so Koo lining up for the field goal.
Points than they have right now.
It's a 36-yard.
Kick is up. 36-yarder is good.
Able to knock it through, and that's one half of play.
So to the half we go.
Here in Carolina. Here's the Subway Better Choice play.
To the half we go, ladies and gentlemen. 16-14 Falcons. Anonymous checks in, says he don't like that wrench next to Jack's name. All right, let's get into the stat sheet here. Let's get into the stat sheet for the first half. Pull up the old box score here. All right, passing for the game. Matt Ryan, 13 for 19, 197 yards, no touchdowns and 1 interception. Teddy Bridgewater, 7 for 8 for 100 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Leading rusher for the Falcons, Brian Hill, 7 for 35 with a 5.0 average. Carolina rushing leader is Mike Davis, 8 for 38 with a 4.8 average and no touchdowns, just long as 17 yards. Atlanta receiving, Julio Jones, 4 for 85, 21.3 average, no touchdowns. Ridley, on the other hand, 3 for 42, 19-yard long. And Hayden Hurst, 3 for 37. Carolina receiving Robbie Anderson, 3 for 36, 12.0 average, no touchdowns. Curtis Samuel, 2 for 32, 16-yard average, 1 touchdown for Curtis Samuel. No fumbles in the game. You guys have defensive players in your lineup. Leading tackler, leading point getter for the Atlanta defense is Forsdale Olakun. 4 solo tackles, no sacks. Isaiah Oliver has a sack for the Falcons. Leading tackler, leading point getter for the Carolina defense is Trey Boston. 4 solo tackles. You got 2 players with sacks. Marquise Hayes with a sack, and F.A. Obata has a sack. Kicking game, Young Ho Koo, 3 for 3 on field goals made. So if you got him in, you're pretty happy. And he's got an extra point. That's a quick look at the stats here at the half. 16-14 is your score. Falcons in the lead. Even Perez says, I've been getting cancer testing. And the conversation is with the doctor. The neurological effects are just being discovered. Correct. Jack Serrano. Jeff, I had a Dodger Braves NFL moment back when the Broncos played the Falcons. And Jack is claiming Anonymous as his buddy, as his pal, as his amigo. You've been claimed Anonymous by the Serrano Nation. Jack Serrano with the pun of the day in the chat. Jeff, since you're a Viking fan and now Teddy Bridgewater is a Panther, has enough time gone by that it's water under the bridge? I still like Teddy. I still like him, but I understand why we lost him. Anonymous says, let him tell it. 24 Berzerkers up in here. Just bleeding subscribers. Current subscriber count 2294, down about 26. Down about 26 on the day. If you're new, please hit that subscribe button, give the video a like. Even Perez says, any ideas about Tampa going to the Super Bowl? Let me tell you, it's a weak NFC this year, I think, so you never know. Weirder things have happened. King BK111 says, over 50 total. What do you mean? Talking about the final score? The over-under in this game, the over-under, as we started tonight, they take that away. They take that away on the website. Team stats for these two teams. Total yards for Atlanta, 251. Carolina, 149. Turnovers, Atlanta 1, Carolina 0. Time of possession, 18:03 for the Falcons, 11:57 for the Panthers. And total first downs, Atlanta 15, Carolina 10. 70 degrees currently at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Win probability in this game. Win probability in this game, according to ESPN, 51.1% win probability for the Panthers. Oh, asking over under 50. I'm going to say the over. Jack Serrano, hashtag Blue Wrench Buddies. Yeah, King BK, I think there's going to be some scoring in the second half. I think there's going to be some scoring, my man. King BK says, hopefully I have Mad Guap on the over. Good luck to you, King BK. Anonymous tells Jack he's still on a 12-stream probationary period, so tread lightly. So on the game right now, they're talking about Tua Tagovailoa getting a start this weekend. What do you guys think about that? Julian Cruz checks in and says, yo, what's up? What's up, Julian? Jack Serrano says, I am now the Warden, Anonymous. Respect me. I don't know, man. I got hooked up with him in high school. Anonymous. That's what happened to you when you hang out with the stoners and the Mexicans in high school. You end up with Jack. $25 Berzerkers up in here. Jack says, don't get me mad, Anonymous. I'm easy going, but I go from 0 to prison in half a second. That's a lie. Julian asking for a little right downtown bang. Got a little bit of a wait, Julian. You're going to have to get it. Get ready for a long off season. Did you see, Julian, that my guy Jock Pop is now a free agent? Anonymous asked if Jack was... Oh, he took it away. Jack now calling the Dodgers our Dodgers. 16-14 is the score here as we're in the halftime here. Valhalla Sports Talk's Fantasy Football Red Zone, ladies and gentlemen. Fantasy Football Red Zone. Anonymous trying to be funny. No, I would not help him. He can get down himself. Yvonne asks if I'm going to come up with some good quips for the LA Kings. I'm going to try, dude. It's all, it just happens. It just happens. It's like we're about to get back to the action. Jason says, you get any deals done with all those picks emojis? I'm not trying to deal picks. Matter of fact, I got a trade in there I'm about to turn down. What team are you, Jason? What team are you in our league? Anonymous. High as a kite. Jack says Anonymous rescued him from the roof yesterday like a fireman, like a hero. Carried him down gently like a baby. All right, this game might be trying to get back to the action, but my shit's froze up. Jason's Liquid Gold. Yeah, I got a trade offer from someone trying to pick up A-Bear, and I'm going to turn it down. All right, let's get back to it.
They just kind of stick to that program and keep doing it, and if they can continue to keep Atlanta out of the end zone.
Matter of fact, let me turn that down right now.
Position. But like we thought, Joe, coming into this game, and like the last time these two teams met, this thing's going to come down to the wire.
And I don't know if that's good for Atlanta. They're tired of losing late.
Yeah.
Welcome to the channel there, Jason. Welcome to the channel, man. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Give the video a like.
Rating in the first half. I know some people don't like stats, but there you go. Perfect quarterback rating in the first half, but he and his mates are trailing by 2, and it is really coming down out there now. You've got rain, you've got wind.
Weather turning ugly at Bank of America Stadium. He offered me a second next year and a first the following year, and Daniel Jones for A-Bear.
Particularly well, he's been wearing it ever since, and that helps. And the gloves.
Noah asked, do I think Deontay Johnson is a sell high? Yes. Thanks, Jason.
I would have worn a glove as well.
All right, Julian, we'll see you later.
Let's check in with Aaron.
Got a sideways rain effect here. Matt Rule telling me, first off, let's talk about his defense. He said what's concerning him there is in the secondary because Rasul Douglas is out, and Dante Jackson, as we discussed in this game, has been in and out with that toe injury. So he's trying to get the right matchups going on in the secondary. And as you guys mentioned, in the offense, he said the story of the game for him is third down because they're getting so much pressure on Teddy Bridgewater, and they
Bank of America Stadium.
Well, how's this possession going to start from their own 25? Bridgewater under
Ooh,
pressure.
Teddy put the okie doke on him. Teddy put the okie doke on him.
About 8. Now let's check in on the other sideline with Christina Pink.
Teddy hit him with the okie doke.
Update on Calvin Ridley. He has officially been ruled out. Will not return with the ankle injury. Asked Raheem Morris, how does that affect their offense? He said, next man up. They have depth and they have very capable.
No, I think I'm going to just stick with old dude.
Big play. He said some of their cover guys got hit with double moves. They got to do it better with the run and hit.
I murdered Abear in my preseason predictions though, Jason. Just murdered him. And then I drafted him in the second round just because I thought he was the best pick at the time. The steal at the 2 spot.
On second down, this is the tight end, and we'll see what forward progress they give Ian Thomas. Hit by Keanu Neal. A gain of a couple, and that's going to be enough for a first down.
Jason said they're waiting for their bailout.
Keanu Neal comes up, and this is
they do get taken care of, don't they?
Shot. And Ian Thomas really.
Devin says Daniel Jones is good, but he has a low ceiling.
Greg Olsen for the past couple of years, but now is his time, and I keep waiting.
The White Sox just hired Tony La Russa as their manager. Wow. Teddy in trouble again. Okie doke and another one. Runs for the first. You go, Teddy, with your bad self. You go with your bad self, Teddy B.
14-yard gain. Got away from Tyler Davison. And once he did, big pickup by Bridgewater.
It's really a nice job by Teddy Bridgewater. He did a heck of a job last week as
Jones
well.
is cheap, though. That's true.
That's true. You know, I mean, he's not really all that much of a scrambler, but he can certainly do it. And he does here and goes out and does a nice job.
I think at this point, though, Jason, I'm probably good pick-wise next year.
You know, he's a heck of an athlete. The
only thing I would probably consider is like a 1 next year, but nothing 2 through 7.
He's going to continue to get more and more opportunities.
Here's Davis. A couple of good cuts. He ends up getting pasted. Dante Fowler, Grady Jarrett in on that tackle as well, a gain of 5. Well, Greg Olsen was.
Have you been wearing your hat every day since they won it, Jack?
Here with Carolina. 524 catches, 39 receiving touchdowns in his 9 years with the Panthers, now with Seattle.
Boy, when he went from Chicago to here, he was doing mostly.
Jason says you got all my picks. I looked at the standings today. You got it going on, dude. Ooh, there's the hit you guys were talking about.
So far. And who ends up with a football? That changed hands twice, it looked like.
I didn't think he had it, Joe. I didn't see that he, it happened so quick.
Keanu Neal hit him, and it belongs to Atlanta.
Atlanta ball.
Right now, it's catch, fumble, and Neal's the one that hit
He'll
him.
probably challenge it.
And all that, there's supposed to be a football move, and I don't know that he had time for it.
Jack said he's wearing his Dodger hat every day, ordered the championship hat. I got to get on there and order my stuff.
We will have it looked at.
I need Laker stuff and Dodger stuff.
We'll get the call when we come back. It's close.
All right, going to commercial. I think instead of hats, I'm just going to get pennants for the Valhalla Tavern. Got to get a couple pennants for the Valhalla Tavern for sure. Ryan Neff reporting Josh Jacobs with a questionable tag for Sunday. There was rumors this morning that McCaffrey was coming back in this game. By the way, McCaffrey traded into my division today. Traded into my division in the Dynasty League. I'm really thrilled about that. Jack says, I told them the most impressive thing about the World Series was no trash cans were hurt in the filming of the World Series. 25 Berserkers up in here. Valhalla Sports Talks. Fantasy Football Red Zone. I didn't get the newspaper, Devin. Robbie says, Ryan, I'd play Jacobs against Cleveland. All right, let's get back at it.
Blandino, they looked at this and determined there was no catch.
No catch on the play.
There's a three-part process: control, both feet, and then time to perform an act common to the game. Davis gets 2 feet, and then once the second foot
Robbie,
hits
that
the
had to
ground,
come
the
from
ball
New
is
York.
knocked loose. There's no time element, and a good reversal to incomplete.
You got to credit Foye Oluokun, the third-year linebacker, for the hustle. He was the one who got penetration through the line.
Carmine 23 says, what can I get for
All
Zeke?
the way back around and was there to recover the fumble.
Only a couple. Which league are you in, Carmina?
There was no
Are you in one of my leagues?
And there is no turnover, so Carolina.
All right, Jack,
has
have a
the
good
ball
night,
on a
dude.
3rd down and 5 outside the Atlanta 45.
It's nice to see Keanu Neal, though, make some of the plays that we've seen from him tonight, as well as on Sunday. A guy who started his career out so well, and then in 2018 had a torn ACL, and last year he tore his Achilles, kind of working back through all of that, starting to make an impact for this Falcons defense. DJ Moore in the slot is the guy who they just not.
Bridgewater in the shotgun on 3rd and 5.
Looked his way one time pass.
Dump off.
Anderson's
not going to get the first. Be about a yard short.
A.J. Terrell, the rookie, made the stop. A gain of 3. It'll be 4th
Devon
down.
said, that's a good question, Devon. Valhalla, would you rather have 3 Lakers championship, 2 Dodgers World Series rings, or 1 Vikings Super Bowl? Are you talking about going forward? Vikings Super Bowl all day long. One before I die. Hashtag one before I die. I've experienced Super Bowl championships with all my teams except for the Vikes. Lakers, Dodgers, LA Kings, even Kevin Harvick in NASCAR got me a title. Vikings, the team I've been a fan of since '77. Nothing but heartbreak.
They got the direct line.
Nothing but that heartbreak.
And so the offense comes back out on a 4th and 2. David Tepper, who was part of the minority ownership group with the Steelers, 3rd year as owner here with Carolina, and as we said early, paid a lot of money to get Matt Rule here and on the sideline, and looks like the right move was made.
I think that's going to depend on whether they pick this up.
Here we go. They're going for it on 4th and 2.
4th down and short.
No joy. He got slobber knocked.
Was right there in the middle yet again.
He got hit right in the face.
Through to knock down Mike Davis, and that's a couple times now.
Robbie, careful with spoilers, my man.
Panthers have not been able to pick it up on 4th and short. Atlanta takes over.
All right, so headed to another commercial. No, he was trying to get him, Jason. I'm not shopping him. I'm not shopping him at all. No. Still good. Let's go. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not shopping him at all, dude. He's probably the future of the team. Devon says, who do you think is playing better, Burrow or Herbert? I would say Herbert. I would say Burrow, actually. Let me put it this way. Maybe Herbert's playing better, but if someone said, hey, here's these 2 quarterbacks, which one do you want? I would take Burrow. Burrow was my draft crush at the draft, and he's my draft crush right now. I think he's going to be an excellent pro. Exactly, Jason. That's about the only thing in our league I think straight up I would trade Herbert for Burrow right now in our league. In a minute. I don't remember if Burrow went before my pick in the draft. I'll have to look at that when we get back to the game. Yeah, I could have taken Burrow there at a 6, but that would have been the wrong move still, I think. He went at 12 to Dirty Sanchez. All right, we're getting back to this.
On 4th down, and this play was stuffed from the beginning.
That's such a great job by Grady Jarrett, defensive tackle. Oluokun came in and cleaned it up, but that was primarily all Grady Jackson. Or Grady Jarrett, I'm sorry, making that play. That was phenomenal. He's had a heck of a night.
Devon says biggest bust of the draft has been Andrew Thomas. Has been a turnstile for the Giants.
On 1st down, handoff is to Gurley, and he's brought down by Trey Boston.
I know a certain Viking YouTuber that was hyping him heavy. Hyping him heavy. Can't miss. Not exactly an exact science, ladies and gentlemen. Not exactly an exact science. That's for damn sure.
He makes in the push. That's some tough work down in there in the trenches, and that's a life I'm not familiar with, but those guys are tough.
Gurley, 6 carries, 4 yards. Ryan throws wide open. Julio Jones.
Who's that guy that needed the 50 or over?
Ryan bought some time and
he needs some points right here. He needs some points right now.
It's that zone coverage. Julio Jones, he's able to just, they're slipping around out here on this field, and I don't know that it would have made much difference. I mean, he's playing pretty soft coverage, but Julio Jones
having himself a game for the fantasy football folks.
Coverage, and when you get that zone looks, it's hard to match up, as I said earlier in this game, against this receiving core. Not quite as
he's had a good game, dude.
With Calvin Ridley no longer in the
Yvonne,
game.
He's had a good game.
The zone looks, this guy just has a really
look at his
good
stats.
feel for where he needs to sit those routes down.
5 receptions, 108 yards.
20 plus tonight. Here is an incompletion, probably a good thing for Atlanta. That was going nowhere. Keith Smith hit by Shaq Thompson. Another 100-yard day for Julio Jones. And where does he stack up now with 58? Right behind Marvin Harrison.
They take a quick look at the freak. Randy Moss is just behind Rice. Got 64 100-yard games. Ryan in the shotgun, spread formation. One running back to his right. Handoff.
Handoff to Gurley, makes a nice move.
Gurley, first down. For
Atlanta as he gets 11.
Well, they take advantage of that rush by Derek Brown. The big rookie, he's penetrating inside, and so he gets up the field, and they use that then to their advantage, and it helps open up that middle of the field for Todd Gurley to run and pick up some pretty good yardage. Finally.
There you go. So Atlanta just inside the 30. Ryan under center. Handoff. Gurley, short gain.
Joe, you mentioned the owner, David Tepper. This is his 3rd season as the owner of this franchise. In the first 2 years, they got off to good starts. They went 6-2 one year, and then last year they were 5-3. And things are going along pretty well, and they just collapsed in the second half of these seasons. They went 1-7 that one year when they went 6-2, and then last year they finished up 0-8. And so I do believe, like you said, I was joking about it. Matt Rule, I really like this guy. I like what he's done, and he was David Tepper's guy, and he went and got him, and I think it was a good decision.
Here's Gurley right side, brought down by Thompson.
While we're on the topic of head coaches, just want to congratulate Ron Rivera Longtime coach here in Carolina, finishing up his cancer treatments, and I know he's been battling quite a bit in the middle of the season going through that. It was nice to see him ring the bell on Monday.
Oh, that was a beautiful moment.
Devon says Julio Jones is the Mike Trout of the NFL, just a freak of nature talent wasted away by a mediocre franchise. Uh-oh. Little buffering. Little buffering up in here.
Hard by Brian Burns. There's a flag down in the secondary.
Brian Burns, I mean, when he decides to go after the quarterback, he's like shot out of a rocket.
Before the pass, holding, defense number 25. It's a 5-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
That's only the second Carolina penalty of the game, but it gives Atlanta a first down.
That was a good catch by those officials. He's definitely got a hold of him. But yeah, Brian Burns, I mean, here's a guy who had 7.5 sacks last year in limited defensive snaps. Now he's a full-time player, and he has really come on in recent weeks.
Ryan Keeves throws back across the middle and wide of his tight end, Hayden Hurst. There was some room there in the middle of the field as well.
Yes, there was. I think this was a good pickup by, I really like Austin Hooper, but when they lost him and they made that trade, this guy, when he gets more and more acclimated with Matt Ryan and this offense, and they're able to incorporate him a little bit more, take advantage of some of the.
So Matt Ryan now is 14 for 22, 220, no touchdowns, 1 interception. Trying to improve on that. They are in the red zone.
Second down, handoff to Gurley. Not much. Derek Brown, the rookie, in the middle of all that, a gain of 1.
2nd and 10 there, run the ball with Gurley. Now they bring up a 3rd and long, and can Carolina make a stop and hold Atlanta to yet another 3 points?
Total yards, Falcons 286, Carolina 184. Falcons lead 16-14. 7:23 remaining in the third.
2-man with the 2 safeties deep. Man underneath.
Ryan in the shotgun, spread formation.
3rd down and 9.
Steps up in the pocket, shovel pass.
It's caught, but short of the first down
Caught
by Russell Gage.
By Gage, but way short of the first.
Immediately by Stanley Thomas Oliver. And it'll be 4th down. The field goal unit comes on again for Atlanta.
It's a great job by Carolina defensively.
All right, field goal unit coming out.
A lot of man coverage. They mix it in, and they did there on 3rd down. A good coverage 2-man. They're giving the corner some help, and yet they're challenging the receivers, and they ran with them stride for stride. Didn't give Matt Ryan anything.
30-yard attempt by this kicker.
30-yard try by Younghoe Koo.
Koo's already got 3 field goals in this game, and there's number 4 right downtown. Bang!
On that one, but he's able to knock it through. 4 for 4 on the night, and the lead is now 5 for Atlanta.
All right, so to commercial break we go, ladies and gentlemen. To a commercial break we go. 20 Berzerkers up in here, up in here. Chat's got mighty quiet. Chat has got mighty quiet. All right, still in a commercial break here. Looks like we're getting close to the end of it. Yeah, I'm worried now, King. I'm worried now. I'm worried for you now, my man. All right, let's get back at it.
The lead is 5, and Carolina about to get it back. We have seen a lot of these Panthers players slipping out there on the wet grass. We've seen Troy Pride slip a couple of times. And word from the sideline now is a lot of those players are changing their cleats. As from the 5, Pharaoh Cooper returns it and takes it out to the 31. Here are tonight's quick hits presented by.
Yeah, you need a couple touchdowns. You probably need a back-to-back to have it sitting there for you at the end.
Jones has had a big night. Jones 5 for 108. Curtis Samuel with a
no, it's not.
Touchdown,
Rain kind of hurting you. They said it's windy too. Said it's windy there too.
They have been able to get pressure in the face of Teddy Bridgewater a couple of times. He's been able to slip out. Has a 14-yard carry tonight.
Start at the 30, 31. It looks like. Hello, Thor. Hello, Thornelius, General Thor.
Blitz coming. Pass is maybe tipped. It was short of Robbie Anderson. As Deion Jones was coming
Nothing
right
on
back
first
up
there.
The middle on a blitz that they have had no answer for. And here's some of the pressure on Bridgewater.
Well, they've had the pressure right up inside in his face, and the linebackers, and even that last play, Joe, Bridgewater was at the line of scrimmage. He's trying to direct the center. It looked to me like he was trying to direct Paradis to the left, and had they have slid to the left, they picked that up. But instead they don't, and Bridgewater's got yet another free rusher right in his face. So they're just not handling that A-gap blitz, if you will, on each side of the center is where they've been hitting it.
Here's a catch by Manhurts, the tight end. Survived one hit.
Yeah, I'm not much of a prayer guy, King, but I'm sure hoping for you.
Just his 5th catch of the season.
Yeah, he doesn't get many opportunities. He's essentially a 6th offensive lineman out there at tight end. He pretty much just blocks. And Oluokun, I like.
Depends on the league, Devon. I'm like 3 and 7 and 1.
He's been all over the place.
Let me check the other one. The other one I'm in first place.
He certainly can.
My team's 5 and 2, leads the division by a game.
This 4th-round pick out of Fresno State, Michael Walker. Haven't seen much of him. I think he's going to be a heck of a player too.
Here we go, 3rd and 4. Bridgewater going deep. Just misses Samuel. Son of a biscuit. Son of a biscuit.
It's 4th down.
Well, they had a chance, and he also. I'm not arguing with the decision because he certainly had it. But had he have come underneath, he had DJ Moore, who's yet to catch a ball. He's running a crossing route. They kind of left him alone. I mean, if he catches that.
22 Berzerkers up in here.
He's out the gate.
Valhalla Sports Talk, Fantasy Football Red Zone. Thursday Night Football here on Fox.
For Bridgewater,
Carolina about to punt.
That at the snap. I mean, he knows he's got.
How about you, Devon? What's your record in fantasy?
Curtis Samuel, who can fly. I mean, that's not a bad decision at all. I'm not trying to suggest it was.
Whistles on the punt.
Shut down that play. A flag.
Before the snap, delay of game, offense, 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
And so
the penalty doesn't help them.
Well, these 3rd downs, though, Joe, they're 1 for 5 tonight on 3rd down. But what's really hurt them is they're 0 for 2 on 4th down. Because if they had converted those 4th downs, they get points.
It's the first 3 and out.
Jason says, what would it take to get Harbaugh? Well, I don't know, dude.
Powell waits for the punt from Charlton.
He's a good point producer, that's for sure, on the coaching side.
Here is a fake. A snap to the up man.
Fake.
And that is Chin. He's got the first down.
They get the first. There you go, King. There you go, King.
Jeremy Chin takes the snap and is able to carry it for 28 and a first down.
How about that decision by Matt Rule? What a call at just the right time. Here he is. He's going to get the ball, get the snap. They block it up. Falcons are not expecting this at all. It's just an excellent job. They're obviously locked up on the outside. Number 44, Tyler Hall, is the only one.
I'm surprised they don't do that more, Yvonne, in the NFL.
Play, but well designed, and that's what it comes down to, Joe. When you run fake punts, it really comes down to the timing of when it's called. That's a good job.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Bridgewater hands it off to Davis. Short gain.
So there you go. There's a 4th down conversion. And it goes for 28 to Jeremy Chin. Peter Schrager's pick to click here tonight on Good Morning Football to solidify his spot as the defensive rookie of the year. That guy does everything, and now he carries one on a fake punt.
Well, the Falcons.
All right, going to make it 2nd and 7. 2nd and 7. 4:33 clock running here in the third. 19-14 Falcons. Teddy almost picked. Almost picked there.
As Bridgewater tried to get it to DJ Moore, tipped by Charles Harris.
Well, now we'll see whether or not Carolina, here we are with another 3rd down, 3rd and 7. You know, can they make that fake punt count?
All right, brings up an important 3rd and 7 for these Panthers. 3rd and 7.
Stuff against DJ Moore, but they're not.
It's not exactly a gimme field goal try from here. Bridgewater in the shotgun. Trips left. Pressure gets to him. Down he goes. Flags, though. Flags on the play.
Fowler was in there, and now
things are getting a little chippy. Bridgewater looks like he might be hurt. Bridgewater on his back, writhing in pain.
Here, as Bridgewater went down, and Bridgewater is still down.
Well, Dante Fowler
kicked him in the knee.
Kicks him.
And that is the same time those flags came out.
That's scary.
Bridgewater, who had that devastating knee injury in the summer of 2016, a torn ACL, a dislocated kneecap.
Yep,
was rushed to the hospital that day to prevent permanent nerve damage. Got kicked in the knee.
All right, they're headed to a commercial, ladies and gentlemen. Headed to a commercial. Anytime with Teddy. Christopher Swain up in here says, hey, what's up? What's up, Christopher? Welcome. Valhalla Sports Talk's Fantasy Football Red Zone. For fantasy football fanatics by a fantasy football fanatic. Up in here. Falcons still lead this one 19-14. Looks like this penalty will move it closer to a field goal attempt. Game currently in a commercial, so obviously the audio is paused. Robbie says the Falcons are very undisciplined. Justin Page says if the Vikes lose this Sunday, do you think they should tank? I don't think they should ever tank. I think you try to win every game. I think you should try to win every game. It's what your fans deserve for supporting the franchise. Christopher Swain says, is McCaffrey injured? He's been out for a few weeks. They thought he might come back tonight, Christopher, but now they're saying it's going to be next week. Still in a commercial break here, folks. Still in a commercial break. 23 Berzerkers up in here, up in here. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Give the video a like. Yeah, he is a beast. He got traded into my division on one of the leagues today. All right, let's get back to it.
Here comes a call.
2 fouls by the defense on the play. Tripping, number 56, this penalty is declined. After the play is over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 92 of the defense.
They not only got Bridgewater in the knee, but then they hit him in the head. And that player's been ejected.
He went right
Bridgewater going underneath the medical tent.
Of Teddy Bridgewater. Charles Harris, and he is out of the game. Here's the end of it.
Yeah, that's a bad-looking hit. We saw that on Sunday on Andy Dalton.
So that's going to bring in Walker, P. Walker, who was in the
this time
XFL and very impressive.
Now they bring in P.J. Walker.
He was very impressive in the XFL. I did a couple streams of the Houston team in the XFL, and P.J. Walker was the quarterback, and I was very impressed with him.
Free agent signed this year. He gets his chance.
First pass down deep for the end zone. Oh!
Nearly a one-handed grab by Robbie Anderson.
Robbie almost got that with one hand.
So they bring in Walker and then take a shot on first down.
Yeah,
going to make it 2nd and 10.
I like what Joe Brady did here because they come up, they're locked up in man coverage. They just know.
Good coverage, a little hand fighting there.
And bringing in this young quarterback that they're going to run the football. And Brady says, we're not going to run the ball. We're going to take a shot to Robbie Anderson. Almost pulls it off. There's Joe
Rain
Brady
still coming down really hard. 2nd and
Nice
10
ball,
from the 25.
Just missed.
Here's a little push pass, and now a reverse to Anderson.
Anderson on a reverse.
Way to go just to get back
Not going to get much.
Scrimmage got a couple. Isaiah Oliver is in there to make the stop.
Devin says that would have been a hell of a catch. Yes, it would.
A gain of just 3.
Yeah, a lot of running. And
Sean, I do Laker games, man. Sean, I do
P.J.
Laker
Walker,
games when I stream NBA.
Signed as an undrafted free agent with the Colts, was with them for a few years.
Lakers are my team. So Vikings, Lakers, Dodgers, Kings,
I mean, it was a suspended season.
and Harvick in NASCAR.
But while they were playing, he led the league in passing yards, and he led the league in touchdowns. So this is a guy who can certainly throw it. He has a history with Matt Rule. He was there at Temple when Rule was the head coach.
Hey, a big old Valhalla, holla.
16 now, 3rd down.
Valhalla, holla to Christopher, sending me 49 MX. I think that's Mexico. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Christopher.
And it was well covered by Atlanta.
Well, that was well covered. And
little super
nice
sticker,
job
actually.
there
It says
by
cool.
Atlanta.
Cool.
Couldn't tell if that was Ricardo Allen in the middle, but a nice job of not.
Robbie
not
White says the Lakers are stacked now.
On that play.
Here's Slide.
Nobody in the East can beat them. No Rams. I'm a Viking fan, dude.
Just came up short.
All right, field goal attempt by Carolina.
65-yard try at New Orleans.
Kick is up. And it's good.
Slide knocks it through.
It's good.
And we're back to a 2-point game.
2-point game. Falcons 19. Panthers 17. Yeah, Sean, I was actually almost born a Vikings fan. My parents were Vikings fans. We moved to LA when I was 3, and that's how all my other teams are from Los Angeles. 30-plus year fan of all my teams. No bandwagoner in me. Even in NASCAR, I've been a fan of Harvick since he replaced Dale Earnhardt. $25 is the Berserker count, ladies and gentlemen. 25 up in here, up in here. Thursday night football here on Valhalla Sports Talk, the Fantasy Football Red Zone. Your place to come and talk about fantasy football during all the big primetime games. Christopher Swain says, first time I donated my life. Really appreciate you, bro. I like having you in the streams, Christopher. Pleasure having you up in here, and I appreciate the donation. Means a lot. Here we go. We're getting back at it, looks like.
Recap tonight's action and preview all of Sunday's matchups. Good Morning Football tomorrow at 7, only on NFL Network, and congratulations to them.
Christopher, that is Mexico, right? Mexico money.
Episode this morning. You know when Paul Rudd calls.
Still new at this. I think MX means Mexico.
Big occasion.
Hey, regardless, way cool.
From the 25.
My first pesos ever on the channel.
Here is Gurley.
Gurley, short gain.
Behind by Jeremy Chin, a gain of 3. Last 3 possessions.
Robbie says the O-line can't pick up the blitz.
For Atlanta. And then Gurley comes right back out.
Devon says, whatever happened to Xavier Rhodes?
The problem has been coming away with touchdowns.
He's actually in Indy. He's playing for the Indianapolis.
And they've had to settle for 4 field goals.
Oh, I got you, Sean. Appreciate it, dude. I mean, appreciate it, Christopher.
2nd down and 7, backpedaling as he throws and completes to Hill.
There's my guy, Hill.
Touched immediately out there on the edge by Marquise Haynes, a gain of 1.
Yeah, and that looked like him. And the weather obviously is a huge factor right now. You've got heavy rain, you've got winds gusting, and that one looked like.
Oh yeah, it's coming down there.
Trying to get the ball.
That's one of them
out.
Carolina storms.
I agree with you, Joe. Going back a few weeks ago, both of these teams ran the ball very well. That hasn't been the case. You know, here
oh no, that's plenty, Christopher. That's plenty. You didn't even have to do that, my bud.
Although they haven't had a lot of chances, they've run it pretty decent.
All right, here you go, Ryan.
Coming on a blitz, can't get home.
Gets away from it, gonna run for the first, and he gets it.
Matt Ryan picks up a 1st down as he gains 10.
Sean says, I'd like to donate too. You just click on that little dollar sign on the bottom of the chat, and they'll probably ask you for like payment information.
He's going to have as many rushing yards tonight as he had coming into this game.
Robbie says Ryan might have more rushing yards than the Falcons' backs.
If I just get to the sticks, pick up that 1st down.
So I guess it's confirmed that Gurley's out, huh?
He's got 29, and the ball game came in with 31.
Those 35-year-old legs, they just don't move as well as when you're 25.
High ball snap. Here we go. There's my guy Hill. Crosses the 50. 1st down.
Brought down by Hartsfield and a carry of 15 yards.
26, 29 Berzerkers up in here, up in here. Valhalla Sports Talk's Fantasy Football Red Zone.
Certainly doesn't look like he's
just be throwing commercials up on me in that center screen. So anyway, we'll keep the game audio going. I'll turn down this music.
He's going to get the green light over there on the sidelines if, in fact, he's able to come back in and play.
Ryan under center. 2 wide receivers left.
Good sign.
All right, flag. Penalty flags.
Woodrow Hamilton came across. We'll see.
Yeah, you got to pick one or the other, Sean, and then it lets you put in a message.
Neutral zone infraction.
Earlier in the game, Robbie, they said that there was something going on with his knee. That's up to you, Sean, which one you choose, bud. Super Chat, I think they let you put in a message, your own message, and then the sticker, they let you pick a sticker.
Can take us to the end of the quarter, and it looks like it will.
All right, so we're at the end of the quarter, folks. So to the 4th we go. Hold your 4s up.
Lead after 3. 4th quarter coming up. Thursday night.
Here we go. Headed to the 4th and a commercial break. A commercial break. Let's get this music back up. Falcons 19, Panthers 17, ladies and gentlemen. Falcons driving. 27 is the Berserker count, ladies and gentlemen, here on Valhalla Sports Talk's Fantasy Football Red Zone. For fantasy football fanatics by an actual fantasy football fanatic. What do you think of that? Let's go. 19-17. Still in a commercial break here. Christopher says almost put $500 on the Panthers. It's a tight game. That's why I quit gambling. All right, still in a commercial break here, folks. Christopher said, I'm joking. I don't have any money. Robbie White says, I got Falcons by 6-10 on my Super 6. Not looking good. No, it's not. All right, here we go. Back to the action, ladies and gentlemen. Back to the action.
Welcome back to Thursday Night Football, presented by Bud Light Platinum. 2-point affair with Atlanta on the road, facing a 1st and 5.
Center screen shows Gurley back out there.
Not been good for Atlanta. Defensively, they have just been run over.
Devon says Falcons will score another touchdown, but then blow the lead. Why? Because they're the Falcons.
And they have blown late leads.
Christopher said I prefer to donate it than gamble it.
The Bears, and obviously against Detroit this past Sunday.
All right, Ryan under center. Hand off to Gurley.
Here is to Gurley trying to find a
first down.
He does, gets first down yardage.
For a Falcons first down, ladies and gentlemen. Falcons first down.
They may mark him just a hair short. I don't know about that spot. Either way, it's going to be second down at half a yard.
Now they're saying they're going to mark it short. Just short. 27, pushing that 30 number up in here, up in here. Robbie says, my bad, got 10-14. Definitely not looking good. Complete pass to Hurst. First down. So now it's first down. First down, Falcons.
Great job by Matt Ryan. You know, on the previous snap, he came up, he used hard count. Carolina did a good job of hanging in there. They didn't move at all. They run the ball into Gurley. He almost picks up the first down. This time, Ryan comes right up, quick counts him. Carolina's not fully set. They're not thinking that he's going to just come up and snap it the way that he does, and they're able to get the ball right.
Nah, Christopher, I don't have a LA team for football. I actually grew up where the Raiders, when the Raiders were in LA, their practice facility was in the town that I lived in. But the Raiders were also the team the Vikings beat. I mean, the Raiders were the team that beat the Vikings in the Super Bowl the day I became a Vikings fan.
Possession right now.
Robbie says nothing like moving down the field and eating up that clock. Clock running, 13-10.
A hard time really sustaining anything and then being able to punch it in. And
rushing yards in this game. Oops, passing, 227-101. Falcons.
To this part of the field, they can afford another 3 points, but boy, they don't want Atlanta jumping.
2nd and 9. Ryan in the shotgun. Gurley to his right. Thrown over to the side, caught by Jones.
Wrestled down right at the marker by Corn Elder. And this time it is enough for a first down.
They're hoping that the
so another first down, Falcons.
Underneath. He's that flat defender.
Robbie, my parents were Vikings fans. My old man got free tickets to the Super Bowl against the Raiders in '77, and I tried to find them on a black and white TV at my babysitter's house. And since then, I've been a Viking fanatic.
They're coming up now, but Trey Boston will work his way. The safeties.
All right, I formation.
To Julio Jones' side.
Handoff.
Handoff to Gurley.
Gurley's got it. Fights for about 6-7 to get it to the 10-yard line.
A gain of of 7. Any news, Aaron, on the health and status of Teddy Bridgewater?
He's out of the tent. We saw him warming up on the sideline, kind of stretching out his neck. Now head athletic trainer Kevin King is really kind of kneading that neck area.
Update on Teddy. They're looking at his neck there, which is a relief after he got hit in the knee, kicked in the knee. Christopher, I like watching soccer when it's the Team USA, so both the men's national team and the women's national team.
2nd down and 3.
Gurley, first down, fighting. Another Falcons first down, ladies and gentlemen. Atlanta Falcons first down. 1st and goal.
He sure did, and he also got a good block by Alex Mack, the center. He's got to reach this guy. The nose tackle is shaded. Derek Brown is shaded, and he's got to reach him and make that block and keep Brown from being a factor in that lane. So you've got Keith Smith, a nice block by Alex Mack, and now Gurley, who got plenty of rest there in the early part of this game.
Mine and Milton checks in, says, woo, what's up, Milton? How you doing, man? Back to reality. 24, up in here, up in here. Ball snap, Gurley. Touchdown, Gurley!
Was there to lead the way.
So Gurley comes back out and gets that touchdown for the Falcons.
The left guard, here he is, the big man right here, and he's got to make a similar block. He's got to turn him and then hold him off. And
Robbie said Gurley will not be denied.
Really
touchdown finally.
And they finish it off. This is a good drive by Atlanta. It's just what they needed. They were able to ground and pound for the most part.
Milton laughing. Yeah, I agree, Christopher. Team USA on the soccer side is looking interesting. I love the men's games, but I really love watching the ladies play. Kick up by Koo, and he missed it. He missed the extra point.
That is his 3rd extra point miss of the season, and this stays an 8-point game.
All right, so we're headed to a commercial break. I'll pause the game audio. Turn up this music. 25-17, Falcons lead with 11:01 remaining in the 4th. So yeah, Christopher, I wouldn't be shocked if at some point I do some soccer streams for the national teams, both the ladies and the men. Wouldn't shock me at all. Little Team USA up in here, up in here. That would be a fun overlay to make too. Red, white, and blue, that son bitch. Red, white, blue it. Christopher says, who doesn't enjoy watching Alex Morgan on the field? New mama. King 11, I'm sorry, man. King, I'm sorry. But you're not going to hit it. The extra point, you mean, King? Jason says that they're coming back, King, so maybe you still got a chance. 11 minutes. Something has to happen here, though. The good thing, King, is they're down by 8. They're down by 8. Wouldn't that put you right at 50? 20, 30, 42, and an 8, 50. Yeah, you needed was that. Yep. Well, even the 8 would tie it, so that'd send you to overtime. So you still got a shot here. It's not over. Yeah, if we ended up doing a soccer stream for like the national team, I'd probably try to get Milton on here too. I know he's a big soccer dude. Put a 2-window setup here, throw Milton in window 2, we watch some soccer. Marky Grummett says, all right, we headed to OT. First prediction for overtime, up in here. 27 is the Berserker count. Christopher Swain says, gotta go now. Enjoyed Passing by. See you later, bro. Later, Christopher. Catch you on the flip. Catch you on the flip. Back to the game.
We believe it will be Walker.
Yeah, Bridgewater, he's been wearing that baseball cap since he got over there, and it does not appear that he's going to be coming back into this ball game.
Touchback.
Knocks it out of the back of the end zone with 11:01 to go in quarter number 4.
Robbie says, well, my Super 6 screwed that Falcons with a passing touchdown.
And if you're just joining us, here is why P.J. Walker, free agent from Temple, is in at quarterback.
I'm telling you guys, this P.J. Walker's legit.
Which led to an ejection.
I did like 3 of their streams at the beginning of my YouTube career for the Texas XFL team, and this kid is legit. He's electric.
For Bridgewater, so more P.J. Walker. We'll see what he can do. His team down by 8. Handoff here, and a
nice run there.
Mike Davis.
Nice run by Davis.
Jones went for a little ride in a gain of 8.
I tell you, you watch him play in these games. He takes a lot of people for rides because he's just that type of runner. And for P.J. Walker and this offense, if they're able to get Mike Davis going like that
says
would sure help out this
U.S. football teams suck.
Hadn't thrown an NFL pass.
I think he's talking about the soccer team.
Previous drive.
You be easy.
A guy who.
You be easy, you Vindo.
He's not getting any reps with these players during practice.
Ball snap. Handoff again. First down, Davis. Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling to almost midfield. He is fast, Robbie. He's fast as lightning.
Giving you another chance at winning $1 million of Terry's money. Last Sunday, 3 players came very close, so the $1 million prize.
Teddy better get out there because this dude will take his job.
Download the app, play for free, and make your picks.
If you give this kid Walker some playing time, he'll take his job.
Quick snap. Pass is right into the ground with Colin Thompson, the backup tight end, the target. Pressure by Stephen Means.
Yeah, I talked about it earlier about him having been in Indianapolis there for a few years. So, well, here comes Teddy Bridgewater. I was just going to go into my P.J. Walker bio.
Well, Bridgewater cleared the concussion protocol. I think, as Aaron has said, both during the telecast and during the breaks to us, they've just been working on the neck. And if they could get it loosened up enough after that hit, he was okay to come back.
All right, Teddy in the shotgun. 2nd and 10.
Pressure off the edge. Pass is caught by Anderson. And
short pass to Anderson. Gain of about 4.
A gain of 5 on the play as Bleedy Ray Wilson and Isaiah Oliver combined on the stop.
Robbie says he's liking the hits out on the field.
By Atlanta. They have gotten pressure, and they show it again on that play as though they're going to bring the blitz, and they bail out. Bridgewater's getting the ball out quick. They rally, and it's a minimal gain. You know, now can this offense, can they, having only converted 1 third down tonight?
All right, here we go. 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5. Teddy in the shotgun. Ball snapped. Dumps it off. That's not going to do nothing. Nothing I hate more than a dump off on 3rd and long. Absolutely hate it. It's worse than a draw. Here comes the punt team for Carolina.
Defensively by Jeff Ulbrich and what they're doing. They're showing as though they're coming and they're going to be man coverage. But they bail out, and then they've got the corner sitting out there, and then Bleedy Ray Wilson, he's able to just make a play on the ball. And
Robbie's calling for the nail in the coffin.
So they show one thing and then do something different.
The rookie Charlton
punts away.
Hits this one, booms it, and we'll see where they put it.
That's the coffin corner right there. That's old school. That's nice.
Yeah, he nailed that just like the old time.
They're going to mark it at the 5.
Mark it at the 5-yard line.
By the rookie from South Carolina.
Here we go.
AJ Jansen pleading with the official.
Pause this here. Pause the music there. Bring back our music. 26 Berzerkers up in here, up in here. Fantasy Football Red Zone here on Valhalla Sports Talk, your home for fantasy football during the primetime games. Come in, talk about your teams. Tell me who you got playing. Tell me about your bets. Tell me how much money you got riding. Robbie says I'd look for Julio in man coverage and sling it to him on first. Trying to put that nail in the coffin. Tappity, tappity, tap. Shut it down. Big Fernando comes in repping them Raiders. Las Vegas Raiders, ladies and gentlemen. I still have a hard time saying it. Yavindo Dasanaki says the women's team is good because no other country gives a shit about women's football. King BK says he needs a miracle. A miracle to hit that 50 over. $8:20 remaining, King. $8:20 remaining. So if Atlanta were to score really quick, gives you a shot. Madison Roach says my Titans going to win this week. We will see, Miss Madison. Julian Cruz back in the house. Back up in here, up in here. Robbie White says MJ has a racing team in NASCAR. I've seen it all. Yep, and they're going all in too. Not an underfunded team. They've already got sponsorship. Sean says 50 over is actually the current odds, so it's not too impossible. It sure feels that way when you got money on it, though, like Big King BK. Marky Brummett says, it's a shame you can't even show the cheerleaders. They're part of the team. All right, let's get back to this.
Weatherly on the tackle.
Well, this is why you went out and you drafted Derek Brown with your first pick. You know, on that previous possession, Atlanta was able to get that running game going and pretty much just ran it right down Carolina's throat.
BK, you need a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
And the big man right there in the middle, you know, does a good job on that last play. Can he get a little interior pressure on Matt Ryan?
Even says MJ's NASCAR team looks legit. Well, they got Bubba Wallace going to drive for him.
It would be even better as a turnover, but they can get the ball back to their offense with good.
Julian Cruz says Cowboys at the Super Bowl.
On 2nd and 8,
Bryant from the end zone throws it. Caught by Hill, who gets the first down. First down, Falcons.
3 and out. Good effort in a gain of 8.
That's just
Atlanta Falcons first down, ladies and gentlemen.
Today, you've got two defenders who are there to make a play, and neither one of them do. And he picks up a first down. He catches that ball well short. It wasn't a good thrown ball. He had to make the catch.
Dasanaki says, appreciate you, man. Gave you a thumbs and a sub. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it so much. You the man.
That we watch, you know, we talked about Matt Rule, how they practice in pads on Wednesday.
Even Perez says Cowboys to the Cereal Bowl. And yes, Julian got his mod back when the Dodgers beat the Braves.
Here is Hill.
I lost a bet.
Just turns that into a 1-yard pickup.
1-yard hit gain for Hill. 20 Berzerkers up in here, up in here.
Thrown from behind the defense.
Holding.
Flag on the play, holding on the defense. So more yardage for the Panthers.
Hold against Derek Brown.
Number 95 just outside. They called it, I guess, right there that he held Alex Mack.
Yes, Madison did.
Didn't see enough there.
They call that.
Robbie says, I like how we are finally keeping the ball on the ground and not doing anything to stop the clock.
The offensive lineman from getting to the second level.
Clock running, 6:20.
Like much of a hold. No. That's the third defensive hold.
Handoff to Hill again. Short gain.
As Hill carries over the left side for 3. Inspired by ongoing conversations with players, the NFL launched.
All right, looks like Atlanta's about to take a timeout here.
Improve our communities.
I guess not yet.
Back,
They're about to, though. 2nd and 7.
So just running the football.
2nd and 7 here, ladies and gentlemen.
That was a pretty nice run with everybody.
Shotgun for Ryan. Handoff to Hill again. Whistles blow. Timeout, Atlanta.
Play down before it gets going.
All right, back at it.
In the conference since he took control of the team. Here's a catch by the tight end Hurst, and he's brought down immediately by Jeremy Ginn, the rookie who is.
Robbie White says Blank looks like a mobster. Yes, he does. He looks like an old 40s mobster. I agree.
And, he's beginning to lose patience. He wants to bring a championship to the city of Atlanta. And last year got off to a tough start, 1-7. They finish up 6-2. They keep Dan Quinn, and they thought it would carry over into this year. And if it weren't for those 3 heartbreaking losses,
time running out in this one. 5 minutes, clock running.
Changes have been made, and changes will
25-17 Falcons.
Nothing he'd love more than to see this Falcons.
They've got the ball.
3rd down and 2.
3rd and 2, and they're going to sack Ryan.
Brought down by Burns.
Burns with the sack. He looks like he hurt his back. There is a flag on the play in the secondary.
Oh man, he does this spin move. We've seen it. It's kind of his signature deal. Dwight Freeney used to do this all the time for the Indianapolis Colts.
22 Berserkers up in here, up in here.
Lose leverage once that guy starts to spin. You think he's going one way so quick.
Robbie wondering why they were in the shotgun on 3rd and 2. They think they're the old Houston Oilers, Robbie.
Well, you wonder if it's going to even count, as there's a flag in the secondary, and the Panthers.
Defense, the defender that was guarding the tight end.
Calls on the defense.
A 5-yard penalty from the previous spot and an
automatic first down for the Falcons.
It's a 5-yard penalty in the automatic first down. Call is against Miles Hartsfield.
All right, headed to another break. All right, still in that commercial break. Should come back here shortly. All right, we're back at it.
Back to Thursday Night Football, presented by Bud Light Platinum.
Julio Jones, 7 receptions, 137 yards tonight.
Such a nice move by him, and like I said earlier, he's really come into his own, and you know, that was a 3rd down sack.
Ryan under center now. Looks like Gurley. Soul back. Faked. Ryan looking deep. Hits Julio.
To the 45. And a completion of
King BK says he has 12,000 on the 50 total.
Really nice job adjusting to that throw. Matt Ryan.
That's crazy, man.
To lead him out in front.
That is crazy.
Corner out there. He's trying to throttle him down with the throw, but
it ain't over. But whenever you bet that big money, it always seems to be really close.
He's able to adjust and make the play. I'll tell you right now, Carolina, they've got.
Problem is Atlanta could score here, get you 7, but Carolina's not going to kick a field goal, so they're going to go for the TD. You're going to need a huge play, dude. You're going to need a huge play to win the dough.
They got to start pressing the issue a little bit. There you go.
Here is
Gurley is taken down right away.
Scrimmage by Weatherly and a loss of 4.
They're trying to get down to make the block. Caleb McGarry.
Yeah, 76. He was just a parking cone on that one. They could have just put a cone out there for him.
And Weatherly, he comes right through here. McGarry, he's not able to close that off. He shouldn't have even worried about the outside pressure. You got to take the most dangerous guy. But the Panthers, they needed that play. Now they need another one just like it.
Here we go. 2nd and 14, 3:16, clock running.
Quick throw, pass is.
Ooh, that was nothing.
Danger for Atlanta as Gage couldn't pull it in.
So Atlanta probably punts here, I guess.
Jeremy Chin.
Yeah, it just bounces off his hands. They're fortunate because that little quick screen that they're trying to run, there's a lot of Carolina Panthers there to pick up that deflection.
No, it's 3rd and 14. My bad.
3rd down and 14.
3rd and 14.
Kind of wonder what Phil Snow's going to do, defensive coordinator. This is not a big blitz team.
Toss to Gurley, left side, and goes out of bounds to stop the clock at 3:05.
Not a smart play by Gurley there to get out of bounds.
And the punt team will come on for Atlanta.
Well, that wasn't very good, running out of bounds and stopping the clock. I think that's one of the reasons why they decided to run the football.
Richter will punt it, the rookie. First punt of the night. And a fair catch called for and hauled in.
Damn, fair caught at the 4. Mike Cooper.
Well,
.258.
All right, Bridgewater coming back out for these Panthers.
Well, we saw Stafford on Sunday go 75 yards in 64 seconds. Bridgewater's got all kinds of time.
2:58.
Atlanta doesn't come away with points. They did flip field position of 90 yards and took over 5 minutes off the clock. But opportunity for Carolina. And there's the first catch of the game by DJ Moore.
Nice catch by Moore.
Away a defender and
first down. First down.
Ray Wilson and ends up able to stop the clock after a gain of 13.
I tell you, this right at the end of this play, look at that. That's a guy who's a little frustrated not having gotten the ball in this game. But I tell you, all Falcons fans right now, this is when the Falcons have had their problems at the end of halves and the end of games in being able to come up with a stop.
Remember a missed extra point by Younghoe Koo. If he made that, it's a 2-possession game. Not the case.
Flag on the play.
Like pass is caught by Anderson.
Anderson catches it.
Oliver on the stop and a gain of 4. Looked like Atlanta came across early.
Yeah, I think they might have gotten Dante Fowler. Looked like in the middle.
Defense number 56. It's a 5-yard penalty.
It's on the defense. That's good for Carolina.
He's trying to time this up so that he can just hit it on the run, and got a little bit out over his toes and couldn't stop. But We've seen a lot of underneath throws, Joe. From
BK, if they get down there and get the 2 point and you go to OT, then everything changes.
And there's some error in this defense. And
Robbie's feeling bad about that missed extra points. It's going to cost him this game. Just puts it to overtime, man.
In the intermediate zones against some
if
of
they get the 2. Shotgun, Bridgewater. Teddy running. Spin move. It's going to be about a yard short. Bringing up a 2nd and short for the Panthers.
3 and the clock continues to run.
Probably should be about coming to the 2-minute warning here pretty quick.
That's a good job by Bridgewater, just knowing that he needed to get going north and south and pick up as much yardage as he could, knowing that he had the penalty.
Teddy under center, 2 wide receivers left, 1 right.
That's good.
Running back to his right. Here we go. Ball snapped. Bridgewater throws it short. First down, Panthers.
And we are at the 2-minute warning. A minute.
And that puts us at the 2-minute warning, headed to a commercial. 2-minute warning, headed to a commercial, ladies and gentlemen. $23 is the berserker count. Up in here. Thursday night football here on Valhalla Sports Talk. Fantasy Football Red Zone. Fantasy Football Red Zone, ladies and gentlemen. For the fantasy football fanatics by an actual fantasy football fanatic. People in Atlanta holding their hearts close, wondering, is this going to be another one of them? All right, still in a commercial break. Current subscriber count 2,296, 2296. Rough night for the channel as we lost about 30. Still in that commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. Still in the commercial break. 25-17, Falcons lead this one. 1:58 remaining in the 4th. All right, this extra long commercial break here. All right, here we go.
Well, this ball game comes down to Carolina.
All right, 1st and 10 for Carolina.
58 to go and 3 timeouts. So the ball's sitting at their own 32.
Tell you what, these safeties, boy, they're playing tight. They're playing tight to the line of scrimmage right now.
Atlanta playing up.
To get out of there at the snap, but with the speed of these receivers.
Here comes a blitz from
Teddy, facing pressure, dumps it off, throws it away.
Just has to throw it into the ground. Deion Jones was right in his face, and there was a receiver in the area, so it is not grounding.
Yeah, they're trying to get Curtis Samuel on the screen, and you know, Chris Reed, the left guard, that's what happens. I've talked about this in other games, Joe. And the quarterbacks out there listening to this, they can relate. Here's Chris Reed. So you call a screen.
Robbie White says we're blowing up that A-gap blitz tonight.
They don't even slow down the rush, and it makes it tough. Sometimes screen passes are the hardest pass to complete.
Teddy in the shotgun, 2nd and 10.
They just don't give him a chance.
2nd and 10.
Pressure gets to him, and he's sacked.
Out here is the plays made by Deion Jones.
Deion Jones with the sack.
Offensive line letting down Carolina here. That's a loss of 7.
They haven't stopped it all night, Joe. I mean, all night long, we have seen this right in the A-gap, right between the guard and center. All night. Deion Jones, we've seen it from Oluokun. It just hasn't mattered.
All right, so we're in the last 2 minutes, so what I'm going to do is I'll cover up the center TV deal,
and the guard has
and my call will be the call.
So not only do they lose 7, but they have to use their first of 3 timeouts with 1:47 to go, and it's 3rd and 17.
3rd and 17 here. 3rd and 17. 1:47 remaining in the 4th.
This defense for Atlanta.
Can Atlanta hold it here?
Well, you see, they've got 4 guys at the line. They've got 7.
Bridgewater in the shotgun. Atlanta playing a prevent defense. Long pass. Caught by Moore at the 35.
That's Moore. And just like that, Carolina is in
huge play. 116
territory to the 34.
Well, that's A.J. Terrell, the rookie from
Robbie
Clemson.
not hyped. Robbie not hyped about that play. 35-yard line. Bridgewater in the shotgun with a spread formation. Ball snapped. He throws it to the sideline. Incomplete. It was meant for Moore again, but it was incomplete.
Back to the 42-yarder.
Yeah, A.J. Terrell, he just totally sits on it rather than really understanding down and distance. Here it is right here. DJ Moore just gets him completely turned, and
showing a replay of that at 3rd and 17.
Whatever you want to call it, but considering how far they had to go, he should have been soft the entire time. That should have all been played out.
Robbie says the Falcons need to practice 3rd and long the rest of the season.
17, and that was the biggest play of the night for either team.
All right, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. 25-17 is the score. Falcons lead. Bridgewater gets a snap. Bleeding to his right. Looking for somebody. Gets out of bounds.
Able to stop the clock.
Gets out of bounds. Stops the clock.
After a gain of
That's going to make it 3rd and short with 1:04 remaining here in the 4th.
It was Tuioti Mariner out there to force him out of bounds.
But you just wonder what these defensive players are thinking right now.
26 Berzerkers up in here. Scoreboard's covered up for the call here on the end of the game. Please no spoilers in the chat.
What is running through their minds?
Atlanta Falcons 3 losses when win probability was 98% or greater in the 4th quarter this season.
Subscribe to win probability. Play clock down to 2.
Play clock down to 2. Bridgewater in the shotgun. I think they're going to get a delay of game. Robbie says Matt Ryan knows they're about to mess this up. Timeout, Carolina.
They're going to grant the sideline a timeout.
30-second timeout. Let's see if they stay with it.
Assessing them 5 yards. A flag was thrown, but they pick it up.
Now they're picking up the flag.
Well, here are the numbers, and the Falcons are tired of.
Now they're showing these blown leads by the Falcons, so I won't go through that
a few days ago against Detroit.
for Robbie's sake. 23, 25 is the Berserker count. Valhalla Sports Talk's Fantasy Football Red Zone for Fantasy Football Fanatics by a Fantasy Football Fanatic.
Get the Falcons a win and get out of here.
Yeah, and I
3rd and 6 now for the Panthers. 3rd and 6. 1:04 remaining in the 4th. 25-17 is your score. Well, will Carolina get their 4th win and even up their record at 4-4, or will the Falcons improve to 2-6 on the season? Bridgewater in the shotgun on a 3rd and 6. Ball snapped.
Timeout left for Carolina.
Flag on the play. Bridgewater throws a pick. Picked off by the Falcons at the 11. Let's see what the flag is.
It looks like a hold against Carolina.
It's going to be a hold on Carolina, they're saying.
Interception.
Play was an interception.
Should stand.
Offense number 72. This penalty's declined. It's Atlanta's ball. First down.
And that's going to do it. Atlanta's ball.
right tackle.
Couple kneel downs, and they're out of here. Carolina has 1 timeout remaining.
Dante Fowler right up around the neck. That was a good
Congrats
call.
to you, Robbie. Sorry,
holding.
BK.
And the Atlanta Falcons, they made a play.
Second interception for Bleedy Ray Wilson. And that will seal this one under a minute to go.
So Atlanta going to improve to 2-6. Carolina will drop to 3-5 on the season.
Finally made a big fourth quarter stop.
First kneel down.
Football right here. Atlanta hasn't gotten to do it enough this year.
First kneel down as this thing's about to close out.
And the record as the interim head coach for Raheem Morris will go to 2-1. They got that win on the road at Minnesota.
Yvonne Perez says, good night, guys. Thanks again for the commentary, Valhalla. Always a pleasure. Thanks, Yvonne. You have a good night. You too, Robbie. Thanks, dude.
2-6.
Here we go. Last kneel down.
Yeah, Carolina now, they've lost their last 3, and they've got their hands full next week. They travel to Kansas City.
Clock running, 15 seconds, 14. That's going to do it. Everybody hugging it up.
Atlanta with a home game coming up against the Denver Broncos, and a fun game on a Thursday night.
Robbie says, too bad we're not in the NFC East. All right, that's going to do it, folks. Big night for Julio.
And the Falcons over 400 yards in the
400 yards in total offense. That's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to do it. All right, you have a good night, Robbie. Thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so that's going to do it for tonight's Fantasy Football Red Zone here on Valhalla Sports Talk. The final, Atlanta Falcons 25, Carolina 17. Again, that drops the Falcons to 1-6 on the season. Tough night. We got maybe 20. Yvonne Basketball says, I joined at the end. Right on. Sean Fatimi says, good night. Good night, Sean. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate everyone that came in here, took the time, made the choice to come to Valhalla Sports Talk today for this game. Schedule going forward for the channel. The schedule going forward. Minnesota Vikings game in the morning on Sunday. Remember, that's daylight savings time, so the times have changed. And then Sunday evening, we'll be doing that prime time game, Sunday Night Football on NBC. So 2 games on Sunday. That's the next transmissions here from Valhalla Sports Talk. We thank you for each of you that came and joined us tonight. I'm going to cut this mic off here and go to the end screen, count to 20, and that'll be it for tonight's stream. You guys have a great night and an even better Friday. Headed for the weekend. Almost there, Berserkers, to the weekend. Good night from me and Thor. General Thor will be proud. Those of you that showed up with us tonight. Catch you on the flip side, Berserkers. Good night, everybody.